Oops. Forgot to pull up my privacy cover on my webcam before I went live. Oh my god, guys, I'm literally still so tired from last night. But welcome in. Thanks for being first crow and grabbing your daily pizza. You got Detroit. Very nice. You're up till 2 a.m. playing Tears of Themes. I haven't checked it out yet, but I did see your message in my Discord about it being only on the phone, but I think probably could like play it the same way I do Love in Deep Space on my computer. But welcome in. Thanks for the 20 stream streak. Streaking. But welcome in. I'm still so tired. I've taken a nap already today. Because last night's impromptu 4-hour stream playing one memory, I did not realize that playing a myth card was gonna take 4 fucking hours. If I had known that, I wouldn't have played it. I would have played different cards that only take like 40 minutes. We could have done a little bit more variety, but you know what? It was good. I was a little sleepy at the end. I hope no one noticed my long blinks. But we got through it. And then speaking of Love in Deep Space, because that's what I streamed last night, I was supposed to wake up early this morning to watch and record the version 6.0 PV live stream, right? I didn't set an alarm, first off. I woke up this morning after going to bed like promptly right after ending stream last night. So what did I get off at like 1:15 a.m.? I was in bed by like 1:30. I woke up at like 5 a.m. ish. Oh, excuse me. And I don't know. I was doing some stuff, and then I went back to sleep because I was gonna stay up, but it was still too early. So I went back to sleep, and then all of a sudden at 7:30, the time that the live stream started, Tim wakes me up and goes, "Your live stream's starting." And I was like, "Oh shit." So I jumped out of bed, brushed my hair, straightened it real quick, touched up my makeup because I usually don't take my eyeliner and mascara off at night. I just add to it the next day if it needs to. Sometimes it's bad, but I just touched up my eyeliner and then I like came down here and I recorded. You can tell I'm so sleepy in my video, but I did upload my Love in Deep Space reaction video earlier today. I got it all edited and uploaded, so go check that out. It was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good. The general consensus was met about the live stream, but since I'm like a fairly new player, I thought it was pretty cool. So I don't know, man. You admire my dedication? I know. You watched you watched it already. Thank you so much, Crow. It was so good. I'm so excited for cooking in the home video in the home seat feature. I'm so excited for that. That makes me so excited. Because like I said, I am almost done with the gardening. I'm almost done getting all the different types of the flowers. So cooking will be my next task at home. I'm so excited. So excited. And I like the little like previews of all of his new memories besides his myths. Oh my god, I'm so excited for Falco. Anyways, so today we are playing, this is one of our goal streams, another one of our goal streams from my affiliate anniversary stream, back in April. I'm playing Hooked on You, a Dead by Daylight dating simulator. Yes, a Dead by Daylight dating sim. So the point of the game is you can romance 4 of the killers from Dead by Daylight. It is Trapper, Spirit, Huntress, and Wraith. Those are the 4 that you can romance. Tim actually played this game on his stream a bit ago. And I know who I want to romance. You're saving up pulls for Valco? Same. I'm like, since I didn't get Raphael's rerun yesterday, like I still kind of really want it because I like his arms in it. But I also want to say like my whatever diamonds I still have for Valco because we only have 2 weeks, but I feel like we get throughout the whole house update we get a lot of diamonds. So, but I know I'm dropping like a good chunk of money of my own money and my husband's money on Valco when he comes out in 2 weeks. Um, but yeah. Oh, Alcaron, welcome in. Thanks for grabbing your daily pizza. You got breakfast slice, and I think you did a Pokemon fact. Yes. Let's read the Pokemon fact. Pokemon fact today from Alcaron is Turtwig has the lowest base speed stat for a starter. This is very fitting for because Turtwig is based on a turtle for its design. Its evolutionary forms, Grottle and Torterra, are based on the mythical turtle known as the World Turtle. This turtle is known to carry worlds on the back of its shell, hence its design. That is so true because if you ever saw the Detective Pikachu live action movie that came out a couple years ago with Justice Smith and Ryan Reynolds, there is a Torterra in the movie, and when the Torterra appears, without giving away too much, our main characters are on the back of a ginormous Torterra because that's so cool. It was so cool. I love the Detective Pikachu movie. Have we watched that in my Discord server? I know I'm trying to coordinate um Mario movie. I feel like we might have watched Detective Pikachu like so long ago in my Discord server. It was cool indeed. Yes. I feel like we watched it so long ago, but I wouldn't mind doing it again after I figure out the Mario one. Because I love that movie. I love Detective Pikachu. It's so good. Such a good movie. I'll never forget when I saw that movie in the movie theater with my cousin Jay Darkborn, who sometimes comes to chat. At the end of the movie, like I turned to him. I'm like, "So Jay, what'd you think?" And this man is just sitting there looking at the screen like I'm like, "Hey Jay, what'd you think?" And he was just like speechless. It was so good. It was so good. Um, but yeah, thank you guys for hanging out last night. I know it was a late stream last night. I like I said, I didn't expect that card to take so long. I have never played a myth card, so I was uneducated. But don't worry, I'm gonna play Love and Deep Space again in like 2 weeks from today. Um, and the new guy will be there. I can't wait to show you him. But a couple things before we get into Hooked on You, because I want to get into it kind of as soon as possible because I don't know how long it's going to take, and I got some stuff to do after this. So, like I said, I did edit and upload my reaction to the Love and Deep Space live stream this morning. So here I'm gonna plug that again. So go check that out. Like it, subscribe if you're not already. And then on Tuesday, I'm doing 2 streams. I'm doing my normal night stream, and then I'm doing a morning stream, morning post stream for the Splatoon Raiders Direct. I'll be going live at 9:45 Eastern, 6:45 a.m. Pacific. The Direct starts at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. I don't think it's gonna be super long. Probably like maybe like a half hour or so. But then I'm gonna boot up Splatoon 2 or 3 afterwards because I'm gonna have creator drop badges. Again, like I have for the Disney and the Nintendo Directs. So I gotta fill up some time for the watch time of 1 hour. So I'll probably go for at least 2 hours, and I'll play Splatoon after the direct because Splatoon Raiders is not quite out yet. So I will play one of the 2 Switch Splatoon games to fill up some time on Tuesday. And then Tuesday night, I'll be playing Pokopia. I'll be taking a little break from Nikki because we are on an actual filler season now. So I'll be taking a break from Nikki on stream this week, and I'll be playing Pokopia and Pokemon Legends EA this week. So no Disney this week either. And then on Friday, the 3rd, July 3rd, very special stream, another goal stream. Tim and I are going to be making pizza on a Pizza Friday. You don't want to miss that one. It's Friday, July 3rd at 6 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, I do have some two Google Forms that I need some people to give me some input on for goal streams for the community game night, what game to play for our community game night stream. That is also a goal stream. And then tier list topic. Submit either a topic or a actual link to a tier maker list. And yeah, and then also in my Discord server I have a Tim does my makeup channel where I am taking suggestions for Tim for to do my makeup for a part 2. And yeah, and that's pretty much it. Question of the day, since I didn't really ask it yesterday, is the same one. Do you consider yourself an introvert or an extrovert? It's so weird because like when I'm like in public, I'm extremely introverted. I don't really um like interacting with anyone, but like when I'm in like a social setting digitally, like in Discord or something, I'm sometimes I can't shut up. And like now, I'm like talking, like this is fine. I'm fine like this. So is it possible to be like a extroverted introvert? Is that like redundant? Like what? I don't know. I feel like I'm a little bit of both in like different ways. 100% introvert. Yeah, I feel that. Hi Cookie, welcome in, welcome in. I totally feel that on the introvert because like I don't know. I like feel like I thrive by myself. But also like sometimes I do like to yap. Like if you ever catch me late night in a voice call, sometimes you gotta be like, "Hey Brenda, shut the fuck up." Because I'll just go off on a fucking tangent for like 20 minutes. But I've been told people love just hearing me go like get really into something when my tism kicks in. So I don't know. Cookie, thanks for grabbing your daily pizza. You got Neapolitan. Yeah, oh, Crow, I missed your big message. Hold on, I missed that. Sorry. There's a poem in Stephen King novel about the world turtle. Oh, see the turtle of enormous girth. On his shell he holds the earth. His thought is slow, but always kind. He holds us all within his mind. On his back all vows are made. He sees the truth, but mayn't aid. He loves the land and loves the sea, and he loves every child like me. Oh, that's so cool. I didn't know that. Thanks for that little fact. Tippet, Crow. Sorry, and sorry, I was like on a thing and I saw that come through. You're an ambivert. I could be a total extrovert sometimes, and I need social interaction, but my social battery drains quickly, and I need a lot of alone time. Maybe that's what I am. Is that like I feel like that I feel like that fits me more too. Because I feel like if I do like go out, like when I went on my company fishing trip last weekend, like it was only 4 hours, but like I felt like I didn't even like interact with a lot of people like on the boat. But I just felt like being in like that kind of social environment was just so draining. I was so tired the next day, you know? Like I totally feel that. Like doing anything social, like I really do need like a day to recover afterwards. It's really I don't know if it's bad, but it's just like annoying sometimes. But yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna get into the game. So yeah, like I said, we're playing Cooked on You, a Dead by Daylight sim, dating sim. I'm pretty excited for this one. I know who I want. Did I mention I know who I want to romance? I know who I want to romance. Did I say who I want to romance? I want to romance Spirit. Thanks for being second, honey. Welcome in. Thanks for grabbing. Oh, you got mac and cheese for your daily pizza. Let me grab my pizza. I didn't grab my pizza. And not grab mine. Plain cheese. I'll take it. But yeah, I'm gonna get into it. So the game does have its own music. I'm gonna pause my music for a little bit, see how the music in the game is, and then we can revisit. I can do like one day of a con, and then you have to take a break in your friend's booth in the middle on the shortest day. That's so fair. Oh yeah, going to conventions is so tiring, especially if it's like a multi-day convention. Yeah, I totally get that. I don't know how I used to do Comic-Con for like 3-4 days. Yeah, crazy. I guess I just don't have the stamina anymore. The World Turtle poem sounded familiar. Had to look it up. It was only Stephen King's set. If it was part of the only Stephen King set that I had read, Dark Tower. And what was it? Was it? I don't think I've read any Stephen King books, if we're being completely honest. Does that make... Don't judge me. Alright, let's... The Dark Tower? Okay! Hell yeah. That's awesome. I know Tim has read one of Stephen King's books. I don't remember which one. And we went to this, like, cute little local bookstore that's near us, and he was trying to look for that book, because that's the only book he's, like, Stephen King books he's ever read. Alright, so, let me know how the, game volume is. Let me know if I have to make the music or anything lower. It's a little loud for me. I think it might be a touch loud. We'll turn the master volume. I feel like that's a little too low. Music is a little... Is this better now? I feel like this is a little bit better now. Dark Tower is a post-apocalypse westernish series about the last gunslinger seeking the tower. Is there a TV show for that one? I feel like there is a TV show for that one. Better? Okay, perfect. Let's start. Welcome to your dream vacation. Before we get started, what shall we call you? I think regardless, like, you're, like, in the game, I don't know if you get to choose your gender in this game, but I think they just assume you are male? I don't remember from when Tim played. There's a movie, not a great one. Okay. I was gonna say that, I was like, the name sounded familiar. I don't know. Tim played this for his 100 follower stream that he did in a crop top. Brenda. Alright, so I'm gonna try to do voices for the different characters, but I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to keep it up. So you're just gonna have to keep track of who... None of this is voice acted. I'm going to be reading everything, and I cannot wait. That is so sarcastic. But, because I basically read, like, for 4 hours last night, so... Brenda. Cough, cough, cough. You wake up on a beach, soaking wet, salt water stinging the insides of your throat, as if you nearly drowned. Water falls from your mouth as you pop it open to gasp for air. You have no memory of how you got here. In fact, you can only remember your own name, but not where you came from, or a single fact about your life. What you do know is that despite the outrageous beauty of the landscapes around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Cough, cough. Ugh. There's a crappy movie, not a bad movie, but definitely not The Dark Tower, except Easter eggs. I hate that. I hate when they, like, adapt a book badly. Wow, really went down the wrong pipe, huh? You need a minute, or can I go on? That's crazy. Narrator is snippy. Because I can give you a minute. We got plenty of time. Endless time, really. The ocean? An eternity, if you catch my drift. That's not ominous or anything. Oh. Whoa, not now, ocean. Sorry, Brenda. May I continue? Please, go on. Okay, as I was... Cough, cough, oh my god. As I was saying... You look down at your feet, ankle deep in the crystal blue water of a newly arrived wave. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. Oh, lovely! A decapitated head. A decomposing face stares up at you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit. Yum. A stream of dark bile, bugs and worms and other... Ick? Ew! Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did you get here? Who is behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice in your head? However, answers don't come easy. Your mind is completely blank. What will you do? Run, close your eyes, or dig up the face? We should... I mean... I would probably run in all seriousness, but if we're like romancing Dead by Daylight killers, I'd say dig it up. Let's dig it up. Ew, it's so gross. Like, ew, what is the snot coming out of the nose? You brush the sand away from the half-buried human head embedded in the ground before you. I regret this. There is no body, just this head. As you pick it up, flakes of skin fall to the ground. The jaw falls open, revealing a gold coin sitting on the rotting tongue of this poor dead soul. Ew. Getting your hands dirty, I see. I like that. You're a take charge type. Am I? You examine the gold coin briefly, happily distracted from what has otherwise been an extremely confusing morning. The sun beats down on you, drying your clothes. You check your pockets, but they're empty. Plenty of room for a gold coin, you suppose, and so you deposit it. Why, that's a nice coin you got there. What if you were to spend it right now? I mean... No thanks, why not? It's my gold coin. I found it. No thanks. Look, I'm gonna level with you here. That coin you found, it's mine. I dropped it yesterday, and I've been looking for it all over. Well, you still lose. Dropped it into a dead person's mouth? Yeah, that's crazy. Could you just give it back? No. Be that way, then. Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any longer on your current situation as you feel something soft bump into your foot. Ew? Oh. Ew. It's got blood on it? When you look down, you find a volleyball sitting in the sand there next to you. You stare down, frozen. A voice calls out from behind you. A little help, please? Uh-oh. You turn around, and when you see what's waiting for you, your jaw just about hits the ground. Our first bachelor at the Huntress. Oh, and there's Wraith. Are they showing all of them? Oh, look, there's Spirit. Look, there's Spirit. That's who I'm romancing, guys. Spirit. And then there's Trapper. Four gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well-tended volleyball court. Each of them oozes with undead energy, a magical aura reaching out and penetrating you via your eyes. I'm glad they specified. Spirit's so pretty, right? Tim went for Huntress when he played, which is... I don't know. I don't know if he wanted to go for Huntress, but that's just the way he ended up going. But I knew when Tim played that I was going for Spirit when I eventually played this. She's so cute. Your heart begins to race. Curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at these casually dressed, let's call them killers. I don't know, not to be judgmental, but that's just the energy they put out there. I mean, they are killers. So many competing feelings rush through your mind at once that you are completely paralyzed. Hello? There are weird days, and then there's this. All you can do is look down at the ball and back up this monstrous lineup of, well, literal monsters. Sexy-ass monsters, though. That's for damn sure. What do you do? You bend down and grab the ball. It's warm from sitting in the sand on this beautiful day. When you give the ball a toss, it arcs beautifully through the air and lands right in Huntress's hands. Not bad, stranger. Huntress's muscles ripple as she grips it in her hand. You look her up and down and consider what it might be like to be held tightly in those strong arms. Warm, perhaps. Maybe a little sweaty, but that's okay. It's natural. Is it a little loud again? I feel like it got a little loud. Music got really loud. Yeah, alright. I turned it back down. Try hard much? Bleh. Oh, I love Spirit already. She's like a mean girl. I like Spirit. I don't remember when Tim played this, if we're being completely honest. He played it so long ago. But I feel like Spirit's like a mean girl, and we know how I feel about Haley from Stardew Valley, so they're speaking directly to you, but you still can't bring yourself to reply. You're entranced. When you snap out of it, you realize that everyone has gone back to the volleyball court. Alone again, you look across the beach at these strange residents who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion onto their private beach. Should you be frightened, worried, excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give too much away. But at the same time, damn, they are looking very appealing in their own way, and nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. Don't be scared, Brenda. You were made for this. Okay, Ocean, stop being so ominous. Well, geez, if the spooky Ocean voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's all going to work out. With no good reason not to, you decide to head over and see what happens next. All right, let's go see. Seems like you've derailed the volleyball game just by showing up. You derailed the game just by showing up, nitwit. That's crazy. And I guess you're also a nitwit. Look, it's best just to go with what Trapper says when he says it. That's a policy I hold for pretty much anyone who always seems to have fresh blood on their hands. Hey, don't worry about it. It's all just a game. Existence, that is. Besides, you seem a lot more interesting than a silly game. What's your deal? What brings you here? You mean they're here to do more than distract me from my total domination? Deep sigh. That was Wraith. That sigh means he was done with the game, too. Either that or he saw a butterfly or something. That's crazy. Look, I don't care why the slack-jawed moron is here. Who, me? I just want to know, can I kill them or not? You know you can. At least, not yet. Oh yeah, not yet. Hey, Brenda, you might want to, say something. Actually, never mind. There'll be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. But be warned, answer quickly and answer well, oh god. This is a timed quiz and will be very important later. Very important. Or not important in any way whatsoever. Probably that one. I can't remember. How attractive would you say you are? Who, me? I guess I'm average. I'm pretty average, I think. Just another face in the crowd. Another normal, meaningless life in an endless cycle. Oh, she didn't like that. That was Spirit. I think you're quite cute myself. Like a chipmunk or a grizzly bear. Okay, that's crazy. Hundreds is showing some leg. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Invisibility. Same. Although, sometimes I think I already am. What was your best subject in school? Skipping class! I love how that's an option, because I always say whenever I'm asked what my favorite subject in school is, I always say, I didn't really go to class, so that was my favorite subject. You could say I majored in skipping class. Haha. If I had ever gone to school, I'm sure I would have done great in skipping class. I prefer skipping over walking almost always. What's your favorite animal? Dog? What the fuck is a mustelid? I don't know what that is. Dog. You look absolutely adorable in a little puppy mask. What's your favorite color? I guess 3-day-old corpse? What the fuck is that? Blue. Blue isn't good for productivity. Makes people want to be lazy. What's your dream job? Not working at all. Wow, I love how there's actually choices that I would pick. If we get to do what we really want, why work at all? It takes a lot of courage to break free from society's expectations to climb the ladder. Only she could spin laziness into some kind of grand crusade. These damn millennials. Best flavor of ice cream? Cookie dough. Oh. Ew, heart slash? I guess I'll go vanilla. My favorite flavor is pain? That's crazy. Same? Oh, same here? What about you, Wraith? Same? Mine is vanilla, swirled with pain. I think mint chip is the greatest flavor ever conceived myself. Ew, it's toothpaste. But enough about ice cream, am I right? Hold on a second. This reminds me. I am right. Always. It's a lesson you should learn before we get too much further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint chip. We're teaching lessons now, narrator? You rascal. Kill or be killed is the rule on this island, even for faceless voices. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? Should I say mint chip because the narrator told me to, or should I still say vanilla? I feel like I should be snippy and still say vanilla. I feel like that would be fun. I'm gonna still say vanilla. The best flavor is vanilla. You got a reading comprehension problem? I do, actually, I do. I never did good with reading comprehension tests. I just told you mint chip was where it's at. No, it's literally toothpaste. I don't like that. You almost bought yourself a game over there, buddy. That's right. I can end your life whenever I want to. I'm in control, so don't you forget it. If I say you like mint chip, you like mint chip. Now try again. Oh. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? What if I say chocolate now? I just went with my regular answers. I'm gonna go, let's say chocolate. Oh no, she's, okay. I do have to say mint chip. Okay, it's just gonna be an endless loop. So obedient. I think you're gonna do just fine. Anywho, now that they know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants you to start getting to know them. I'm Trapper. I pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on the whole island. Oh yeah? I don't like losers. If you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith. Whoa! Hi, I'm Wraith. I'm nothing like everyone else. I like nice people and loathe big dumb idiots. Hey, what's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. She's so hot. What? I don't really hate most things either. It's not worth my time. But the things I do hate, I really hate. You know? Based on my personal observations, life is nothing but suffering, and society is a carefully calculated lie to keep everyone subservient to those in power. It's better to choose just to not take part. I like mint chip personally, but mostly thrifty. Tim likes mint chip. I feel like this keeps getting like louder and louder. Should have turned the whole ass music volume down. I feel like every scene it gets louder. Jeez, it's like she was downright murdered by society. She hates it so much. Oh no, wait. I'm remembering Spirit's story now, and that's almost exactly what happened. Hey, I'm a huntress. Don't let these bummers get you down. There's a lot of fun to be had on this island, along with lots of love. Yeah, there is, if you know what I mean. Grow up. Grow a body. That's rude. I've explained this 1,000 times. I'm dead, and I'm not a literal ghost. I just create a trail of fog. I'm not made of it. Whatever, fog body. My wife. I like the character design of all the killers in this game. I really do. They did a really good job. That's not nice. He's not nice. You love it. Only sometimes. Ew, really? That's disgusting. That's why she likes it. Don't speak for me. I also hate it. Stop speaking entirely, actually. for the first time ever, I agree with Wraith. Let's move on. Otherwise, they'll do this all day. Besides, if I know this crew, and I do, they'll want to show off soon enough. If we're done playing, let's do something else instead. Wow, for once I actually agree with the meathead. I say we go to my yacht. It's the massive boat docked nearby. I'll give everyone a taste of true luxury and power. Wraith rolls his eyes. Don't mind him. He just hates fun and happiness. No, I hate the endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuit of wealth, the way it's flaunted needlessly, and the cruelty it engenders. What about hanging out by the pool? I find the water calming, simple, beautiful. Hey, what about our volleyball game? We gotta exercise and have some fun as a group. Are you all serious? There's a perfectly good lounge to chill out at right here. I'm tired, and besides, I hate being in the sun. Oh my god, I love Spirit. Where do you want to go with Spirit? So she said the lounge? Which one's the lounge? She hates the sun? Is this the lounge? Is this one the lounge? It looks like it. No, I don't want to go to the yacht. No. No, how do I go back? No, I don't want to go on the yacht. Which one was the lounge? Worst case, we'll find out how strong your bone. Okay, well, I'll have to fix that. I'll have to try to fix this. How heavy you are. Worst case, we'll find out how strong your bones are, how heavy you are to pick up and throw, and how fast your lifeless body sinks. I don't like this. Claudette and Dwight! Look at that. Hold up for just one moment. This is Dwight and Dwight and Claudette are activities coordinators. They're also the cook, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. Damn. They're the only help remaining on the island. This place we call Murderer's Island. Cue dramatic music flourish. None of the others survived. Ahem. Survived the interview process, I mean. Hence, while we shall heretofore refer to them as survivors with a capital S. These two have worked here a long time, so very long. I don't actually know how long it's been. Sorry. Anyway, I should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They sure look happy, but they're vibrating with a nervous energy that is starting to give me the creeps. You will now escort the group to the venue of your choosing. However, in the future, we recommend waiting for us to present you with your options whenever possible and just don't run off with various activities unsupervised. We don't have much autonomy around here. The least you can do is allow us to do our job. The most you could do is help us get off this island. Dwight! Yes, pardon me. Please follow us. Hey, narrator? Yes? Something I can help you with? Those two, Claudette and Dwight. Did they just start to mention something about wanting to escape? Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape? Escape them? Oh, no. I think you're mistaken. It seemed like Dwight was asking for help to get off this island, though. Oh, right. That's true. He was. He just meant that he wants to get to the other vacation island getaway, a couple miles south of here. It has much fancier accommodations than this island. It's one of those big corporate outfits, quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out. Very luxurious. Doesn't quite have the charm that this island has, though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. With all that money comes a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, off you go. It's time for an activity. On this island, your decisions matter. Mostly. When I agree with them. Not like that other island. Wow, Brenda playing Hooked on You. I've already fucked up. I accidentally picked to go hang out with Trapper because I didn't understand what I was doing. So I've already fucked up. I've already fucked up. But hi, Tim. So what will it be? Oh, it's giving me another option. Another another chance. So she said she wanted to go... I don't know which one's Spirit. So that's the yacht. She said she didn't want to... Is this the lounge? She didn't want to be in the sun. Yes! Okay, we fixed it. We fixed it. We fixed it. Because you like big, beefy men. I mean, based on the new Love and Deep Space guy, yes. That man's arms are huge. Anyways, finally, freedom from the preposterous premise that the four of us would be engaged in some sort of thrilling 2-on-2 volleyball match. Spirit looks at you from beneath her gigantic sun hat. She takes a conspiratorial tone. I don't know whose idea of volleyball was in the first place, but I hate them. I fucking love her. I tried to feign a sprained ankle, but everyone already knows that I technically float above the ground, so nobody believed I was even putting any pressure on my joints in the first place. Then I tried to annoy everyone by not giving a crap. And when that didn't work, I tried whining. And when that didn't work, oh my god, she literally is me. I threatened to kill every person on this island. Oh my god. But turns out I'm not the first one to toss those kinds of threats around this island. So thanks, I guess, for getting it called off. Look how cute she is. Are we threatening to end each other again? Ha 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 ha. Now it's Dwight who takes on a conspiratorial tone, his eyes shifting as he slips into a loud whisper. Please, just make it quick. Is what you'll be saying when we get behind the bar to make you the drink of your dreams. Ah! What? Ah! Hilarious! Right, Dwight? Yeah, right. So, what will you be having? Vodka soda, sangria, scotch on the rocks, virgin daiquiri. I guess I'll have a vodka soda. Coming right up. Oh, that's what Huntress likes. Really takes me back. You know, vodka is a special drink to me. Warms the blood on a cold night in the woods. On occasion, I would, how do you say, bump into the occasional soldier while hiking across the motherland. They always had a nip of vodka tucked away in a special little silver package in a little hidden pocket. But no one hides from me. A bit basic to be drinking vodka on a tropical island, no? And you're mixing it with soda? Really? Oh, she hates it. Being passionate about being passionless is so last year. It's also my thing, and you're making it look bad. That's 2 strikes? Oh no. Since we fulfilled your requests, it's time for you to return the favor. Should have known there was a catch. Icebreaker time! I swear, had I known they pull this kind of faux enthusiastic community building crap, I'd have suggested we attempt to walk to the lowest point of the ocean before I ever set foot near this bar. That's crazy. You don't think it'd be kind of fun? A little fun? Never mind, I hate it. This sucks. But it could be fine, or whatever you say. Has anyone seen my hat? I've literally never seen him in a hat. If we must make small talk, I'm at least picking a topic before we end up being forced to do some lame improv game that nerds learn at their non-sports after-school activities that I definitely never did because I'm no nerd. Methinks a certain someone doth protest too much. Sitting here on this beautiful sunny afternoon, warm sand beneath the cool fog beneath my severed feet. The topic I chose is books. Novels, comics, fiction or non. Reading is the only real escape from the inescapable horror of life. The escape into your own mind. A groan rolls through the crowd. Not a lot of readers here, I'd imagine, based on that response. They were much more enthusiastic about drinking. Considering the situation we're in, it seems an appropriate time to ask you, Brenda, what's your desert island book? The one book you'd bring with you if you were, well, on an island like this. Oh, and it has to be classic horror, for reasons that should be obvious. She means because this is an island full of horror villains. And also those books are all in the public domain. Nothing too modern. Humanity has really gotten soft these past 100 years. So what's your favorite? Dracula, Frankenstein, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I'm gonna go with Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You know, I really enjoy the story of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I've always felt like I've had this other person living inside me. No, why do I keep picking fucking, like, Huntress choices? Dr. Jekyll Mr. Hyde sounds like a fun one. I love a good story about friendship, but I can't read. Not because I'm done. I never actually learned to read because I was too busy learning to survive with nothing more than my own strength and cunning. Same reason I didn't have a best friend that was more than just a rock with a face I'd drawn on in dried blood. That's crazy. Until we meet again, Roxanne. Huntress looks out towards the horizon and there's a moment of silence among the group. Will you tell it to me sometime? I might not be able to read books by myself, but I love to be read to. Especially when someone does all the voices. Oh, I hate doing voices. It's not really a story about friendship exactly, but who cares? Of course I'll tell it to you. It's a quite thrilling tale. Not just anybody can pull off quality narration all the time. Take it from me. You don't even need to read. You can just make it up and it'd still be fun. Sometimes when I find myself in an abandoned house, I like to look at the photos on the wall and come up with little stories to go with the pictures. It's a fun game we could play together. Abandoned house? Why are they abandoned? Huntress giggles and gives you a playful wink. I don't know. Usually when I find folks who abandon them, they're not in the mood to tell me much. Enough about these old stories that belong to someone else. I think it's time to make up some new stories of our own. Before you know what's going on, the Huntress is waving an empty vodka bottle in the air, a devilish twinkle in her half-mask covered eye. Might I suggest something a little naughty? Let's all get in a circle and spin this bad boy. We're playing Spin the Bottle? That's crazy. Trickster! Damn! I wish Trickster, you could actually romance Trickster in this game. Great idea. Trickster? Isn't it a bit late to introduce a new character? I thought I was the one who gets to make the rules, so I'm not sure who I'm asking. But I wasn't ready for this. Well, hello! And who is this new fan in the waiting? Beat it, hack. I don't know. What's the harm in inviting one more person to join the circle for our game? Oh, I can't stay. I was just saying it's a great idea while also teasing the secret trickster ending. I've got much, much better things to do than hang out here. I'm famous. Toodaloo! The rules are simple. First you spin, then you swap spit. That's ew. When you put it that way, it sounds gross. But let's be clear, this isn't a peep show. We're here to have a good time, but in a classy way. All makeouts will happen out of view of the public eye. Real romantic like. Oh. Yes, romance is the goal, so we'll all be waiting here in complete silence, trying to listen in and use our imaginations while you make out on the other side of the bar. But not watching, that's crazy. Like adults, romantic, well-adjusted adults. Brenda, you're up. You grip the bottle in your hand, oh god, and put your fate in the hands of the empty bottle gods. Mini games consist of 2 parts. On top, a pointer which rotates in the clockwise direction. And on the bottom, a target you're going to be pointing at. This here upcoming minigame is a special minigame. Perfect for less coordinated because there's no winning or losing. Well, not technically. Wherever the pointer stops, that's your result. I suppose if it doesn't stop where you want to, that's a bit like losing, but no one has to know if you don't tell them. Okay, ready to play? Or would you like me to repeat that? I'm ready. Away we go. Spin the bottle and see who you're gonna smooch. So do I see, okay. I wanna smooch Spirit, so I gotta try to see how... No! I got Trapper! No! Psych, you actually have to spin multiple times. Okay, first to get to 3 times is your true match. Okay, that's how we play hardcore spin the bottle here. Okay, get your spin on. All right, I gotta try to get Spirit. I got Trapper again. Fuck! Not Trapper, please. Okay, I got Huntress. But no, Huntress either! Oh god. Alright, we have an ad coming up. Alright, hold up. No, we got Huntress! Fuck! Huntress is your true match. Ooh! Just this morning, you're waking up on a strange beach surrounded by strangers with murderous intent. Now you're looking across a beach towel at Huntress, lust in her eyes, sweat glistening on her skin. Your heart races. You can feel your pulse pounding in your ears. Huntress takes you by the hand, and you sit face to face at a private section of the bar. She begins to reach for you, putting her hands on your shoulders. You're sweating, but not in a sexy way she is. You're sweating in the gross way you'd sweat at an interview for a job you're not even remotely qualified for. You don't know what to do. If you try to lock lips in this state, you might gross her out, so completely that she'll never be able to look at you romantically again. Huntress, I'm sorry, but I can't kiss you right now. Oh, thank God. What? You're relieved, but also maybe a little hurt? It's not you. Well, it is you, in a good way. I think that you're great, maybe too great. And I don't trust that easily, and I'm afraid of what it might mean to connect with you so early. It's not that I don't want to, I just don't think it's the right thing right now. I understand. Amazing, but also understand this. If you tell anyone I got soft, I'll break you in half, okay? Oh, okay. I'll tell them you almost chewed my whole face clean off. Oh, I like that. Hate to break up such a passionate moment that we only assume was passionate because we never spy on you constantly while you stay on this island. But dinner is being served right away, and we must insist that you join us. We wouldn't want anyone dying of starvation. When there are so many more interesting things to die from. Hi, Undisputed. When there are so many more interesting things to die from. Alright. Okay, I think, since the ad's coming up in like a minute and a half, I think I'm gonna pause it here. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save it, and I'm gonna quick run the ad. So it's gonna be a quick 3-minute ad for anyone who's not subscribed or doesn't have Twitch Turbo, which gets rid of ads all across Twitch. But I'm gonna run the ad, do a quick be right back, since we're kind of like at like a pause. But welcome in, Undisputed. Thanks for grabbing your daily pizza as well. But thank you guys so much for being here. I'm gonna run quick be right back and run that 3-minute ad. I will see you guys in a few minutes. Thank you so much for being here.
Who's that Pokemon?
Okay. Welcome back from Ez. Just wanna get my okay. Here we go. Game is back. Okay, I was had to click back into the game and didn't want to click past this dialogue. But welcome back from the ads, everyone. Thanks for sticking through them. Welcome back. And yeah, I think we're going to dinner now. Seems like the next activity is mealtime. How quite? You're expecting what? Capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This isn't some prestigious fantasy epic like you'd find on cable. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's very limited seating directly around you. And oh great, terrific. It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people either. To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith, or Trickster. Oh look, it's Trickster again. Oh yeah, Trickster is here. Surprise? Yeah, well, they don't call him Expected Stir? I'm sorry, even I get nervous around crowds of killers, and my whole shtick gets a little flustered. Hey there, you're looking good, Brenda. Real good. And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they sit side by side. Look at this, we can't even fit everyone on screen at the same time. You probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side and the rest of them will sit opposite you. Huntress and Trapper can sit at the ends with their enormous sexy arms. Now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner. Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. We hope you all enjoy. We really, really hope you do. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? It's meat. Seasoned with a specific... I don't like how they just say it's meat. Seasoned with a specific number of special herbs and spices that we simply can't divulge. My favorite. Meat is good. Meat is murder. Oh, Wraith, I guess, is vegetarian? Which you'd know, considering what you've been up to. Who are you to get judgy now? I'm just sharing facts. And you need to murder something to eat its meat, so that's, like, technically true. Technically true is the best kind of true. Okay, enough yapping. Let's eat. Hey, Brenda, you thinking what I'm thinking? It's gonna be a person on that spit, right? Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, you know. When you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours. And we do literally everything on this island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meal. Wow, he's right for a change. 'Cause I am, with my broad axe. It's the perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain. First, who says twain? Sometimes I swear it's like we're all from completely different historical eras. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked. No blood. Ugh, you two and your ridiculous bicep swinging contest. Enough. Grow up. Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option. Ops. The hell it is. Oh, I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you'd like. Please stop. Please. I hate when we fight, or talk, or even when we look at each other in the eye. Wraith is crazy. I can do it. I have the skull of Azeroth. Great. Instead of slicing it up, you can club it to a second death. Hey, Brenda, I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up Felix. I mean, dinner. Felix? Isn't that another survivor? Isn't Felix a survivor? Another survivor in the game? I think so. Otherwise, this will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapons for 72 hours straight. And it doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, they will take even longer cleaning their weapon, all while explaining the value in maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason they're always terrified of tetanus. Hey, why don't you just let me carve up dinner? Splendid idea. We'd hate for it to get cold. He hated when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Mini games consist of 2 parts. Press a spacebar to stop the pointer while over the target to win. Fail to land on the target and you will lose. To achieve perfect success, land on the target. Land on the start of the target area, not the end. Alright, let's try it. Let's try this mini game. Away we go. Slice. I have to press the spacebar. Perfect! I got perfect. Yay! Perfect! Yay! Perfect! Yay! Skilled! This is literally like a skill check. Not bad. Not bad. That was... Ooh! Spirit liked it! That was pretty good. I like to see what you could do with a less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are dumb. Dinner is finally served. For real. The sounds, especially coming from the masked killers while they eat, which involves lifting their masks and shoving food up behind them, are nasty. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to be really embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell. I mean, come on. We're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they just tried to mash stuff through there. Spirit, why aren't you hungry? The 2 best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. Think about it, Brenda. Number 2 is no number 2. That's crazy. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. That's crazy. But she does have a point. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in their spectral form. Do you see how deep this cut is on my how deep this cut on my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. Between the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse is that they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. I think they want an explanation why. What do you want to tell them? Oh, look at the seagull? Wow, you ever see a seagull that big? I haven't. That's incredible. Anyway, what were we talking about? Lame misdirect. Damn, I don't care. Oh, but Spirit said it's lame. Yeah, she's right, Brenda. Pretty lame. Own who you are. Never compromise. Oh, damn. Didn't you wash up on this island with no memory of who you are and how you got here? Yes, you did. Poor thing. You have no idea you have no idea the last time you ate a real meal, and you've been standing in the sun. But the seagull, uh-oh, he just made a lot of good points. I swear. You're beginning to feel lightheaded. Uh-oh. It waved at me. Maybe you need to eat to survive here. Either that or someone poisoned you. No, wait, you haven't eaten. Yeah, you haven't eaten, so you can't be poisoned. Whatever the answer, you're clearly about to pass out. Oh hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, and guide. Narrator to the narrator. The ocean. Not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here, and I might be the only one who can help you out now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead you to your demise. Others lead to something even worse. Starting scenes over and having to fast forward back to where you were. Am I right? For this place to hold many secrets, even from itself. But the one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that, and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious. I gotta give it up to this Ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. Hold on, I'm back. One more piece of advice. You've made many choices by now. Some of them I liked, some of them I did not. It's in your best interest to make more choices that I like. Okay. You wake up to find Huntress holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cool water into your mouth. That's crazy. Oh, good. You're okay. Sometimes when I try and care for people, they have a way of ending up less alive than when I started. Which would be a total bummer if that happened to you. It's been so long since I had a normal, happy, healthy living person around. I'm usually just falling into the same old routine of smashing everyone's heads open with a hatchet before I really get to know who they are as a person. But you're not as nearly as scared or as too busy writhing in pain to see me for me. You feel nervous in her arms, not just because maybe they're crushing you a little bit, but because she's beautiful. Yes, beautiful, but I was gonna narrate that fact, not, say it as out loud as a single word like some creep. Beautiful mask. Your bunny mask. It's quite gorgeous. Nice recovery. Now that you're awake, talking, you gotta keep this up. Did you make it yourself? You're the first person to ever ask me that. Yes, I did. You seem so quirky and cool. You could do anything. Own an Etsy store, be a doctor. Why is it you kill people? Huntress sighs. You can practically see the memories flickering across her eyes. But she hasn't tried to kill you yet, so that's a good sign. It's all I was ever taught to do as a young girl, so I thought it was right. Even through the mask, you can see that Huntress is blushing a bit. It seems like your line of questioning has made her a little nervous. Hey, you didn't eat much at dinner. Want a snack? She offers you some jerky. Probably human jerky, but her spice game is on point because it smells pretty damn good. I'm gonna decline. I'm a vegetarian. Thanks, though. Okay, yeah, I don't care. I don't want to romance her, so it's fine. Huntress grunts in judgment. Humans are at the top of the food chain for a reason. Whoa, what's this? You found something in the sand. Huntress reaches down to pick it up. It's a hair clip, probably left behind by some little girl who was playing on the beach long ago, who is definitely still alive and not at all dead. Huntress closes the bag of jerky with the hair clip. Seems like she's a little mixed up on how exactly this particular item works. Should you go with the flow or show off some of your knowledge of advanced humaning? I'll just go with the flow. Huntress is admittedly scary. Might be best not to correct her at this moment. What if she gets upset? She could probably kill you with nothing more than this very clip itself wielded as a blade in her nimble fingers. Ooh, we got a fungus among us. A fungus is among us. But honestly, would she even need the clip? Certainly, her bare hands are enough to get the job done. You take a gulp thinking about just how fragile your puny little neck is. Also, between the fainting human jerky and the probably dead girl's hair clip, you're feeling ready to get back to the group and have a lie down. Good thinking. I wouldn't want that jerky to dry out. I hate to break this to you, but never mind. That's funny. Just as things are really about to heat up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you and quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on this strange island. Only to find that it's Dwight and Claudette. Oh, my lip is bleeding. Only to find out that it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which they are waving in the air above their heads. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary. I think my lips are a little chapped. And attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points was not part of this evening's activities. That's strictly slotted for an after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Playing sick? No time for excuses. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after what comes. That's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting. Go, go, go! What? Once everyone has gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not gonna blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not gonna say who, so don't worry. You hasn't been sticking to the schedule. Oh, that's crazy. They just called me out. That means we're behind on time for the evening activities. We'll only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story? Story time is my favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience. They're telling us that only one person gets to share? How will we decide who? Oh, great. We have to decide as a group? That never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. Voice trembling, you realize this is probably it for you, and you embrace your fate. Sorry, everyone. I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before. Even though it's taking some pressure off of me, which is an absolute dream come true. Is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anything here ever happened on schedule even once? Damn it, Donald. If you flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head so quick and then drown you in its blood. Cynthia. What? Fuss and Muss are back on. You two know I love to hack, slash, and slice. We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. But we still gotta get started on story time. So, Brenda, who do you think should go? Ah, damn it, that's a name. Please, pick someone quickly so this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. I'm picking Spirit. I choose you, Spirit. Whoa, whoa. This entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will ya? Really? You want to hear from me? Spirit huffs and dramatically rolls her eyes as she gets to her feet in front of the campfire. The name was actually changed to Nobody? Really? I didn't even notice that. That's funny. Don't let her talk you out of it. She's great with ghost stories. I don't know where she gets it, but she comes up with the scariest stuff. Seriously disturbing, even to me. And I literally pulled a guy's skull and spine out once with my bare hands. Talk about bullshit stories. If everyone else is gonna chit-chat, then I guess I can sit down. And Huntress's eyes go red behind her mask, and both Trapper and Wraith take their seat. They know when it's worth fighting and when it's not. Well, I hate to break it to you, but tonight's story isn't scary. It's a romance. Too late now, though. I was selected, and so I'm gonna tell my story. I call it The Prisoner's Kiss. You notice that Huntress and Wraith are both sharing a giant tub of popcorn. Nobody offered you popcorn. It was a dark summer night. Warm rain seeped from the sky like blood from an open wound. Detective Hoda, a celebrated investigator and renowned hostage negotiator, was called to the scene of a strange occurrence, unlike anything she had ever seen before. When she arrived, the scene was chaotic. Crowds had begun to gather. A dozen other officers were doing everything they could to keep curious onlookers away. But how could anyone resist wanting to know more? For there, in the middle of the busy market, there had appeared a giant box, strange, alien in its appearance, and massive in size. No one knew how it got there. Was it delivered? Built on site? In such a busy area, how could something like this just appear? A mystery. It was as if conjured by magic. But this was no illusion. The huge box was very real, and someone was trapped inside. Oh? Spirit pauses her story to look from face to face of each audience member. She has no expression, but you feel her vibrating with energy. She is in her element. Help me, cried someone inside the box. It was a man, terrified, trapped, imprisoned, his voice trembling. By now, it was as if every detective in the city was there, looking this strange structure up and down, inspecting it on every side. It didn't make sense. There were no doors, no windows, no fasteners or seams. It was completely solid and much too heavy to move by hand. Oh, my chair got... I'm I'm not in the middle of the camera right now. Alright, now I am. Solid, that is, except for a single small slit, just enough to see the bloodshot eyes of the prisoner trapped inside. I don't know what happened. I woke up here, and here I was. I'm so scared. Please help me, cried the man, as if pleading for his life. No stranger to tense situations, Detective Hoda comforted the man. She used her training to calm him and buy time for the other investigators. However, time did not bring clarity, only anxiety, as the night dragged on with no progress opening the box. And as the night grew longer, the seeping rain puddling on the ground, the man inside grew more desperate, more sad and lonely, more pathetic and in need of help. But Detective Hoda was no help at all. Powerless to save him, guilt began to weigh on her like it never had before. Don't let me die in here, the man begged. Don't let me die alone. Stay calm, instructed Detective Hoda. You are not alone. I am here. Hell, half the town is here. We're all in this together, and we won't let this be the end of your story. Looking through the narrowest of passageways, Detective Hoda watched her own reflection in the tear-filled eyes of the strange, sad prisoner. Together, they both wept in silence at the hopelessness of the moment. Promise? Asked the man. Promise that I'm not alone? Yes, she promised. I do. A simple pledge. She felt an instant connection like she had never felt before. Not to her family, not to her friends, not to any of the other hostages she had worked so hard to free before. And so, when the man's eyes closed and backed away, it didn't scare Detective Hoda, for she knew he would return. And he did, pressing his lips up to the narrow slit in this horrible puzzle box, repeating his question again, steam flowing from his mouth as he asked, Promise? Promise that I'm not alone. Yes, she promised. I do. And pressing her palms against the cold outside of the box without pressing her palms against the cold outside of the box without truly knowing why, Detective Hoda leaned forward and placed her own lips up to the opening, letting her breath creep into the strange structure, allowing her warm lips to fall on this man's. It was a gentle kiss, a moment of compassion. She could feel it in this brief contact. Thank you so much for the follow. In this brief contact, at the beating of her heart, pulsing blood through every inch of her body matched beat for beat in the soft touch. Thank you, said the man, no trace of fear remaining in his voice, and he backed away into the darkness, disappearing in a single moment of eerie calmness. Get back, yelled an officer, suddenly thrusting himself between Detective Hoda and the box, breaking a silence that would soon be filled by a don't know what that word is, cacophony of whirling gears and clicking latches, a symphony of mechanical activity happening all at once. Something had triggered, as if an unseen lever pulled and the side of the giant box began to slide open. Detective Hoda gripped her flashlight tightly and pushed forward into the foggy interior of the giant box. Her feet splashed in the puddled rainwater, her heart racing as she swept her light from side to side. And that's when her eyes landed on the man, or at least landed on what should have been him. Cacophony? Thank you. I don't even know what that word is. There, in the corner of the box, was a pile of pieces, like parts of a doll, almost pulled apart. Or perhaps that's just how Detective Hoda had to think of him in that moment to survive. A collection of segments, limbs, pieces, disconnected from one another, cleanly severed and placed in a neat little pile. And atop that pile, a head, cold, pale, eyes open, lips an icy blue. Spirit stares at the fire, her own expression lifeless, her lips blue. Tears fall from her chin and soak the sand at her feet. You're blown away by the story, and it's safe to say that you're not alone. Everyone else is looking into the fire or up at the sky, anywhere but at Spirit. It was you who chose her, you who initiated this harrowing tale. So sad, so creepy, so sensual? She really went into great detail when it came to describing that kiss. Too much detail, and now no one is sure how to act. Dwight and Claudette are staring daggers at you. You have to do something. This game was supposed to be a light-hearted romp. Please, I said, do something. Cacophonies, harsh or unpleasant, coordinates of sound. Oh, okay. Okay. Say nothing, hug her. Cool story, stand up and try to start one of those slow claps. Let's start a slow clap. You stand up and clap once, then after a beat again, slowly building a dramatic group clap. Does anyone join me? Does anyone join me? Wraith stands next to you and claps. No one else does. Okay, at least Wraith stood up with me. Spirit floats off as the clapping slows to a halt, which happens almost immediately because it was slow to begin with. Usually they're much more disturbing. More disturbing than that? No. You don't regret picking Spirit to tell a story for tonight, but you have to admit to yourself that even on the strangest day of your life so far, that you can remember at least, you still weren't prepared for that. On that note, everyone decides that it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit so they can have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all of 7 seconds because Trickster shows up and he's blaring his latest song. Hey baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? He doesn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing from all these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. Dino Nuggies, thank you so much for the 10 stream streak and grabbing your daily pizza. You got breakfast. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm the ultimate catch on this island, the only lobster in the ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of his cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. Spirit approaches you. You know, I was watching you while I told my story. I could tell it was having an effect on you. This fog that follows me around, I could feel you breathing heavily, taking me in. You and I are both absolutely flabbergasted at that piece of information. Legit, you learn something new every day, even when you're a god. I mean, a narrator. You're doing it again right now. You need to calm down. You should come to the hot tub with me. Dipping in hot tubs with the Spirit? You've come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow her, an offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk, okay? I'm going in the hot tub with the Spirit. You and your storyteller friends slip into the water. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from the ocean into the pool, you're also pretty sure your killer companion could handle it. The Trickster ending and Hooked on You can only be obtained after you've already got all the other 8 endings. That's so many times to play this game. Because... yeah, oh my gosh. But you know what? I'll do it. I'll do it one day. I'll do it. I just want to be totally clear. Even though that story bore some similarities to my life, it was not about me in any way, shape, or form. Not symbolically, not metaphorically, not otherically. I believe you completely. Sure, you were cut into pieces in your life, and so was the person in the story. A perfectly normal coincidence. Sure, you're on this island, trapped one might say, in a most puzzling place. Also, a completely regular coincidence. And sure, his lips were blue. Your lips are blue. Really? You'd call this blue? Searching for answers, hoping to find. Revenge. Okay, so the similarities stop there, I guess. Coincidences. Sorry, the coincidences. Get this through your head, whoever you are. Samurai blood runs through my veins. Or, well, maybe it has coagulated by now. No need to sweat the details. Regardless, I am a descendant of noble warriors. Thousands of years of training with bladed weapons preceded my entrance into this world. You know how many swords that is? A lot. You've got to figure that many sharp edges with that many sharp edges, a person is bound to get disconnected from a body part here and there. The truth is, I wouldn't typically share this, so I don't go blabbing about it. I dreamt that story like watching a movie in my sleep when I was a little girl, years before my father sunk his blade into my skin. I've never been able to shake it. That's a very adult story for a child to dream. Do you believe me? Yes? I know we just met, but yes, I do believe you. The way you told that story, it clearly came from someplace deep. Fool. Oh? Who taught you to trust a stranger? You're gonna get hurt if you don't learn to take better care of yourself. Oh. Now you got me wondering. Do I believe you if you believe her or not? And if I know everything, because trust me, I do know everything, don't I already know the answer to my own question if I believe your answer to Spirit's question? Whoa. Ocean air got me tripping. Sorry, I didn't mean to disturb us both. What's important is that a certain corpsey cutie floating in the cloud of magical mist might still be waiting for you to say the right thing and free her from her puzzle box. If you believe she is, the damn it, got me going again. Unfortunately, before you can follow this conundrum to what will surely be a mind-numbing cycle of new questions, you find a certain someone standing before you with a fresh towel ready to dry you off. Damn, is Claudette and Dwight? Yup. Sorry, kids. But it's time for bed. Might be the youngest one here, but I'm no kid. However, I love being wrapped up in a fresh, clean towel. My mother used to help me wash my hair when I was young. She'd comb out all the tangles and tie the ribbon around it before sending me on my way. I miss her. You watch as Spirit stares off into the distance, her hand gripping into a tight fist. She doesn't notice you're watching her at first. When she catches you looking, she turns her away, roughly grabs a towel from Dwight, then pushes him and Claudette aside as she floats off. Oh? You head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. Looking into the cracking embers, you think about Spirit's story and the prisoner in the puzzle box. If you manage to escape this place, will you leave with your life? Or has it already been taken from you, and it's just a matter of time until you make a gruesome discovery? Before you can dwell too much on your fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive. Their now familiar creepy smile stretching ear from ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that lit by the firelight. We must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're going to make you comfortable, or die trying. They hand over a pillow and a blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease? Wait, so I don't have an actual, place to sleep? I'm just gonna sleep here by the fire? That's crazy. Just try to keep the volume at a minimum. Our other guests aren't the types you'll want to rob of their beauty sleep. Ready. Wondered if the nobody would stick. Guess not. Yeah. I didn't notice that. I'll have to look back in the VOD. Ready. Away we go. As you relax and look into the fire, a radio begins to fuzz and flicker. You examine it and decide that you might adjust the dial and fix it. Oh? 100. Let's see what's on this station. It's like... Listen more. It's on this station. I didn't get it good. Ugh, I'm not doing good. I'm doing terrible. Alright, just turn it off. No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't sleep. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little bit more time with you until you're sleepier. Who would you like to summon to sleep by your side as you lay by the fire? Spirit! Spirit, are you around? I was wondering if I could get a little company. Spirit tells you her secret for falling asleep when she's feeling restless. I like to listen to flute music, dab on some essential oils, and steam my pores. Really? What? Even the dead like to relax. I don't really have any of those things around. Oh, what's that? She gave me something. Spirit reaches out and presents you with a unique item. It's a small comb carved from bamboo. I guess you could hold on to this. It was a gift from my mother. I will want it back though, and if you lose it, well, you'll get my revenge on me. You'll get your revenge on me if it's the last thing I do. You finally start to feel sleepy, except maybe this isn't really a sleepy feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed. You try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. It shouldn't still be as spooky by now. by now you've had a whole day of strange voices in your head, but this one still is undeniably odd. The human body is made up of 60% water. Did you know that? Of course you did. Everyone knows that. Even amnesiac video game protagonists. Well, guess what? Drink as much as you like. You'll never get to 100%. You hear me? I don't think I don't see what you're up to. You awake suddenly to see someone looming over you. Oh, it's Trapper. Trapper is sitting beside you, sketching a portrait. Uh-oh. Oh, you're awake. I saw you with the spirit right before bedtime. You should know, they're not what they seem. Not like me, who's obviously completely honest and trustworthy. I was out checking to make sure you weren't sleeping near any... Sorry, I can't read. I was out checking to make sure you weren't sleeping near one of my... Actually, never mind. Just be careful where you sit. Since I'm here, I like to share 2 things with you. 1, I do not take rejection well. 2, the first thing is very important to remember. Were you drawing me? Trapper doesn't answer. You aren't drawing stink lines radiating out from me, are you? Still nothing from Trapper. Look, I'm not an easy guy to get along with, but I am an easy guy to spend time with. That'll make sense if you choose to spend time with me tomorrow. Nah, I don't think I will, Trapper. The rest of this scum live like rats. They wouldn't know a good time if it bit them in the ass. Appalled, I have to draw you. Hi, Paul! Welcome in, Paul. Right? It's so weird. I just wake up to Trapper drawing above me. That's like really weird. I mean that literally. How you doing, Paul? Point is, if you select me, you're in for a day of luxury, extravagance, and fun. Yes, I said fun. And if I don't pick you, remember what I said earlier, or it might be the last thing you ever forget. But hey, you look tired. Get some rest, sleep, maybe even sleep well if you can. Just try not to roll over to the about 15 feet to your left. Finally, alone for real this time. Maybe. You drift off to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. You adulted and it was horrible. Don't ever do it. I know, I hate adulting. Gonna reincarnate as a lemur so you can just bounce around all day. That would be so fun. I would love to be a koala because they sleep for like 22 hours a day. Like, I feel like that's perfect. Wait a second. Where are we? This isn't... Oh, geez. It is. It's one of those reality show confessional rooms where all the contestants talk directly to the camera. Oh, man. I think today went really well. These were some of my first interactions with someone who isn't a parent that didn't end in bloodshed or untimely perishing in my Russian cottage. So I'm counting today as a win no matter what happens. What do I think of the newcomer? Do I have to say? Oh, I do? Okay. Attractive, mysterious. I really don't know that many other words since I was raised by my mom in the woods until she was skewered by an elk and I had to wash her entrails off my sarafan. With that being said, the other 3 should make sure to be on their guard. I don't know who this newcomer will want to spend time with tomorrow, but I, for one, will not let my guard down easily. Who knows about the others? Wraith, I think, knows more than he's letting on about this place. He's a hard nut to crack. Meanwhile, Spirit is just screaming all the time. Major buzzkill. And Trapper? Oof. Where do I even begin with Trapper? He's buff, sure, but daddy issues much? Sheesh. Ferret, shaped like noodle, act like cat, sleep like Snorlax. Some humans can just wear me like a scarf while I sleep and hand feed me noms. That'd be so great. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I eat a fine diet of raw deer, bear, and human. I'm as fit as a fiddle. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think that I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life. If I'm being honest, I just want to kill about every person I meet within a minute of meeting them. Even the few people I can tolerate, I want to see suffer for a long time before I kill them. But this person, for some reason, I would like them to continue living, for now. One false step and haha, well, you know, everyone calls me Trapper for a reason, and they better call me Trapper. I swear, if I watch this later and you list me as Evan, I'm going to kill the Chiron guy. Is that what Trapper's name is? I don't know. I don't know enough DBD lore. Yeah, today was fun. I don't know. I don't want to get ahead of myself or really invest in something that might hurt me, so I don't know. Maybe we'll just see how it goes. Or maybe they'll realize I'm not the one for them. They seem pretty smart, so that's probably what'll happen. I gotta learn to go easier on myself. Who could love me if I can't love myself? Have you ever felt absolutely nothing inside? Yes. It's fine. Alright, does anyone know how many days are in this game? I can't remember when Tim played this. So I don't think I'm gonna finish this today. You open your eyes, the sun is shining, there's not a cloud in the sky, and you feel great, totally well rested. You're not even suspicious of the fact that you fell asleep by the campfire but woke up several yards down the beach. That's definitely not sketch. Wait, are you on vacation? Was yesterday nothing more than a strange dream? No, not a dream. You really are here for another day. Why, I have no idea. You're obviously a weirdo. Maybe you rolled a lot. I do move a lot in my sleep, so that's definitely feasible. Speaking of weirdos, I see the rest of the gang is hanging out on the beach. This is definitely not a dream. I wouldn't rule out a nightmare just yet, though. At least they make for a sexy bunch, no? Talk about sexy. Here comes Trickster carrying coffee. They see me rolling. Wait, where's my... Rolling. Morning, beautiful. I thought you might like a nice cup of joe to start this incredible day off right. Ew. I don't think I want to drink that. Trickster seems suspiciously cheerful. I'm sure there's nothing nefarious behind his joyful demeanor, though. Everyone knows musicians are morning people. I also want to wish you luck. Today is an important one. My only regret is that I won't be a bigger part of it. Stranger danger coffee, right? Like, I don't want to drink that. Budgeting issues. Also, I'm just swamped with engagements, especially on the other island. Trickster winks at you. If you want to ask him how to reach the other island, now is the time. Never mind, he left. Well, at least he brought me a cup of... No, wait, don't drink that! What the hell was that? They don't call him Trickster because he's good on a skateboard. And he definitely didn't get that name because he brings people drinks so they can have a good morning. Online search has 3 days. Oh no. Alright. This is supposed to be a tropical paradise, the type of place you give 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up review to, and not an eternal prison of pain. And please make sure to leave a review. It really helps with the algorithms. Just trust me, I'm looking out for you. So can we please move on? Hey, wait a second. How did a possibly omniscient, possibly unreliable narrator physically just knock that coffee out of your hand? This is not a parliament, and the floor does not recognize the ocean to speak out of turn at this moment. I need no recognition, for I am the ocean. I dominate the land. I submerge those who defy me and become their watery grave. Actually, speaking of graves, I would like to say something. Something of grave importance. Fine, go ahead. Posterior liquor, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing? We're playing some Hooked on You, Dead by Daylight dating sim. Even if this place is an eternal prison of pain, and I'm not saying it is, even a place of extreme horror can still receive 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up review if it was crafted with love and or that's the type of thing you're into. You know, the ocean's right. A lot of hard work goes into a place like this. You should really judge it on the artist's intent. And whenever possible, start with the mindset of giving them the benefit of the doubt. Construction these elaborate simulations, I mean, vacations, is not easy to do. Sometimes there are some small bugs or inconsistencies, but that's just the nature of the process. Perfection is overrated. The universe is filled with mysteries. We ought to celebrate those who venture to bare their souls as part of the creative process, with the ultimate intent of making things for our enjoyment, not be overly critical of them. Are you trying to sell me on this place actually being good? You don't have to say it like that, especially after I saved you from that poorly made cup of coffee. Sorry, we should have been here 5 minutes ago. They always do this on the second morning. Sad, really. Even if they do make some great points. Oh sure, they make great points. I agree. Can we please move on? Yes, of course. Apologies, Brenda. Last few minutes aside, have you been enjoying your time here on the island? Sure, I've been having a lovely time. If I were to summarize my time here, I'd call it a lovely time. Aw, lovely. We love to hear that, because isn't that what this place is all about? Finding love? No. Shut up, Dwight. You'll get us all killed. Again, and again, and again. We do need to ask you one more question, though. We had to sign away our rights to say anything negative about this place. Would you please sign this non-disparagement agreement? Sure. Yes, I would hereby agree to participate in a verbal contract stating that I, Brenda, will never say anything negative about my stay here on the island. Perfect. Delightful. Excellent. Yes, yes. Hey, Brenda, it's still totally cool if you have constructive feedback. The place to leave that is in a positive review, because we all know that nobody reads negative reviews of games, or resorts like this. Anyway, I see Dwight and Claudette have gone into a trance. And with the grumbling I hear from your belly, that can only mean one thing. Breakfast. Oh my gosh. Breakfast. Perfect timing. Everyone rolls into the dining area to lard up those sexy little bellies with pancakes and bacon, and so much for maintaining those beach bods. We're all half naked in a tropical paradise. Can we get some strawberries here? A yogurt? Magic powers will only get you so far. Even killers watch their sodium intake. You take your plate and sit down, thinking about yesterday and the whirlwind of feelings you experienced. Danger, dread, disorientation. It was like going through puberty again, except all in one day on a beautiful and mysterious island. It looks like you're not the only one doing some introspection, though. Trapper stands up to talk about how his day went, in case anyone was wondering. Personally, I wasn't. I'll be honest, I didn't expect you to survive yesterday, so congrats, I guess. Whether you survive today is a 50-50 bet. 50-50 at best. Good luck? Well, that was bizarre. Back to your breakfast? No. Now Huntress steps up to talk about her feelings. At this point, anything could happen. I'm open to all the possibilities that this strange island has in store. How open-minded? Ah, well, that certainly must be it. No one else would weirdly stand up during breakfast too, and just like that, here comes Spirit. If I look especially well rested this morning, it's not because I slept well, as you know. I'm much too dedicated to finding revenge to ever sleep again. But because you all really left me alone yesterday to be my best non-constantly annoying self, and I thank you for that. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going back to quietly resenting being trapped here with you all, while looking cute doing so. Guessing Wraith has enough time to work up the courage to speak in front of a group. Ah, perfect. There he is. Take us home, Wraith. Oh, hey. That was fun yesterday, huh? Yeah, I mean, not too much fun. That would be weird. But, like, a good amount of fun. And now they're all looking at you expectantly. Wait, are you supposed to stand up and explain how yesterday made you feel? I think I need to process everything by myself. I'll see you all soon. Damn, what a power play. Keep them wanting more. You're getting good at this game. Sexy true-to-life experience. Shame you didn't get to eat any breakfast, but so be it. After breakfast, you head to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. Before you get there, though, something catches your attention. You hear that? Who are you addressing? Me? Well, yeah, I guess. That is okay, right? You know, I might be pursuing a relationship with one of these 4 fine killers, but it feels like the person I'm getting to know the most is you, narrator. It's only okay in so much as it serves to illustrate that you've lost your mind, seeing how I'm not real and all. Yeah, I heard it this time. I think it's coming from behind the pool shed. No, stick it in there. What? A little more? A little more? Oh? How does that feel? Oh my god. Intense? Ew? Yeah, that feels right. This is uncomfortable. Now I want you to take that and put it right What? No. What? I'm not reading any of this. I'm sorry. I swear. I swear I had no idea these two were these two even do whatever it is they're doing. I'm afraid to look. Please say something so that they know you're close by and can hear everything. Oh wow! Look at this super cool bottle of Trickster brand suntan lotion someone left on a chair. Anyone know where I can buy some? Damn it. Oh, come on. A little privacy, please. Dwight is panting and Claudette has a crazed look in her eye? That's crazy. Sorry, I didn't know how else to let you know I was here and that I could hear you, well, you know. Know what? What do you think we were doing? You were doing? I don't know exactly what you were doing, but it sounded like, fun? Like two people trying to find ways to kill each other in a desperate search to make their own death permanent is fun? Oops. We get 5 minutes to ourselves every day, and we spend it hoping if we stab each other in just the right spot, we won't get resurrected. I've come to believe that the key to finding the exact place we need to bleed out from, and I believe that place is in our appendix. Why else would it be there? Makes sense to me. Did you actually think we were me and him? Dwight? Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. You don't have to laugh that hard. They get it. Ha 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 ha. Oh god, Claudette's just fucking losing it. My life is a nightmare, and yet somehow it's never been worse than right now. Let's go, lover boy. I know it at all our entry wounds, and our 5 minutes is up anyway. Good luck, Brenda. You're gonna need it. And hey, if you figure out how to escape this island, please make sure your ghost tells us how. That was both a tragedy and a comedy. A cragmedy. Shut up. I like it. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah. You're heading to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was in short, a lot. So far today has been exhausting too. But you're dedicated to achieving a true, centered sense of calm. No drama, no bullshit. Just soaking up the sun in a heated pool. Today you're on a date with you. Oh, I like that. I want to be on a date with me. Who would make the first move? And aside from that disturbing thought, all is going to plan till a shadow blocks your precious sun. Spiky tipped, like a palm tree is bending over to screw with you. But it's no tree at all. It's Trickster. Hey babe. Breakfast was weird, huh? Everyone just getting up and announcing how they're feeling? What's that all about? Some forced kind of check-in with the group? I don't like it. Fishy. Kinda lazy. Whatever though, breakfast is done. No one should eat before noon or after 4 p.m. Yeah, I do intermittent fasting. You seen my abs? By the way, maybe you can see them later at my private stage on the other island. You know, IP Island, where all the Hollywood celebs hang out. If you play your cards right, I could give you a private show. Catch you around. That's crazy. His abs are pretty amazing. You gotta give him that. And the blow-up bat? Threatening but adorable. Makes for an interesting silhouette. Genius idea. He's a psychopath, just like the rest of them. You don't gotta give him anything, and we're not best friends. Just because we had a little talk about doing a little talking, it's not an open invitation to go smashing the fourth wall every 5 seconds. Okay, now that guy's gone and we've got some ground rules established that we're definitely going to abide by, it's time to lay back and take some deep, slow breaths and... Nope, another shower. Shadow. These people will not leave you alone. Let's see who it is this time. Huntress. That makes sense. You two have gotten pretty cozy. No? We should get out of here. I know a place that's quiet and out of the way. No one will be able to hunt us. I mean, hear us there. Doesn't that sound intriguing? But immediately, a flood of worry floods your brain. Should you pack a picnic? Bring your swimsuit? A pocket knife? You decide to bring as much as you can. You might have to make a run for it at some point, and you should be prepared. But of course, you washed up on this island with nothing but the clothes on your back, so you've got nothing to gather. Are you really ready for this? I mean, they call her the Huntress, not the Hugstress. You look up at this towering goddess trying to form a sentence when suddenly, before you can decide if you want to go off with her, the trapper interjects. I demand that you reconsider. Why settle for a bunny with a hatchet when you can have everything you ever wanted? Tough choice. You weigh your options quickly because you can only go on one date today, and you also don't want to be hacked to pieces for saying the wrong thing. It's always good to remember that these are all cold-blooded killers. But you know what they say, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. and then die a horrible, retching, writhing death after drinking it because the lemons were poisoned all along. Sorry, this island has really got me tilted. So, who will it be? I have to choose one of them? I guess I'll choose Huntress. I gotta go with Huntress. Whee! Alright, before we start this next part, I think I'm gonna run the ad break because we have an ad coming up in like a minute and a half. So I think I'm gonna quick be right back, run the ad. So anyone who's not subscribed to the channel or doesn't have Twitch Turbo, which gets rid of ads all across Twitch, we hit with a 3-minute ad. If you're not in the ad, there's a little be right back game. Who's that Pokemon? That'll be on the screen. Thank you so much for being here. Hopefully we're like at the end of the second day, and hopefully I can finish this by the 3-hour mark because I got stuff to do after stream. But thank you guys so much for being here. I'm gonna be right back and run the ad. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, welcome back from the ad. Let's get the game back. Game. All right. So I think after we do this hangout with Huntress, it might be the end of the day. I don't know. And then we have one more day to play. And I think the last day is shorter than other days, so we'll see. But hold on, I'm gonna save right now. Just for good measure. All right. So welcome back from ads, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. All right. So you and Huntress make your way to the secluded beach house. Your heart thrums in your chest. Don't look it up. Thrums is a real word, I swear. And are these nerves of excitement or terror? It isn't fun to mix the sexy and the horrifying. Isn't it fun to mix the sexy and the horrifying? Huntress is as quiet as a mouse as she guides you through the island forest. You struggle to keep up with her. She moves like a jungle cat, all muscle and silent leaps across the thorny bush. She halts suddenly and you crash into her, having been desperately trying to keep up. You follow her gaze and realize that you arrived. A cabin in the woods, obligatory in nearly all horror films and stories. You've come here willingly with a fearsome killer. Great job. The cabin is cozy, but something seems off about it. You can't quite put your finger on what it is. Huntress stares at you through her bunny mask, cocking her head to the side as if trying to gauge your reaction to her hideaway. Are you going to invite me inside? Why do you need an invitation? Are you a vampire? Haha, no. Oh. Is it just me, or did Huntress seem a little disappointed? Didn't peg her for a lover of the Fang, but hey, I don't judge. Come in, let's explore. Follow her inside. It's creepy, rickety, and definitely not up to code, but has a certain homey charm. You're quite the decorator. She blushes. Indeed she is. A chandelier made of bones hangs directly from the foyer ceiling, and a collection of trinkets lines the mantel. Something tells you that the people who once owned these things are not of this mortal coil anymore. Could you be Huntress's next victim? The thought gives you a wicked thrill. Hey, she's looking at you again. What do you think of my collection? I could learn to like this. A whole new place. It's quite technical. There's so much to look at. The organized chaos makes me want to craft things with my hands. I knew you'd like it here. You have the eye of someone who appreciates fine, stolen things. I can't wait to go treasure hunting with you. We could find so many more goodies on the island. But first, what did you think of the other killers on the island? I mean, Trickster is pretty out there, but everyone else seems like they have interesting backstories and whatnot. A little gossip, huh? What are you playing at, Brenda? Huntress considers this for a beat. She seems to have two modes, thoughtful and explosive. You hope to never be in the splash zone when the explosive part emerges. Why? Are you jealous? Before you can answer, the house begins to shake. Huntress loses her balance on the termite-infested floor and falls into your arms. You are not mad about it. But before you have time to enjoy taking this moment in... Oh, crabs? Oh no, it's an attack. A horde of killer crabs invade through the crevices in the poorly constructed cabin. They race at you, and Huntress in swarms, clacking their razor-sharp claws at you. You must act quickly. What will you do? Grab a shashka? Do that one. You quickly reach out and grab a shashka off the wall. Being the highly educated person that you definitely are, you know that a shashka is a Russian sword, not an umbrella or a can of cola or something like that. Back to back with Huntress, you both hack away at the attacking crustaceans. You manage to slay the majority of the killer crabs. The ones you miss go scurrying away back into their hidey holes. Huntress turns to you with a gaze that's full of passion and intrigue. However, before it bubbles over, she looks away, suppressing this feeling. Is she nervous? Huntress sits down on the wicker couch and begins cleaning the guts off her hatchet. It's an obligatory scene for every killer. You're just happy to not be the source of what she's wiping off. Looks like we're having crab for dinner. She doesn't smile at your joke. She has that ponderous look on her face again. You join her on the couch. Man, sometimes those near-death experiences really get me thinking about what I want in life. I think I'd really like to start a family one day. What about you? That's crazy, Huntress. Maybe one day with the right person. I mean, it's a life-changing decision. You have to make sure it's right. Huntress smiles coyly. A good answer. You never know what kind of weirdos are out there. What were you like as a kid? You try to imagine this giantess as a meek child in a puffer coat wandering before us. Huntress chuckles, her laugh quite cute and soft. I was so innocent. We hunted to survive, then went back to the cottage and Mother would tell me stories and we'd drink tea and imagine life far away from the woods. Somewhere like this. I suppose I finally achieved what she always wanted from me, but since coming here, something feels off. It's beautiful and warm. Everyone is so attractive, like thirst traps galore. But don't you get the feeling that something is coming for us? Oh no, she's onto you. But onto you about what? Swirling memories rush through your head. Nightmares. Vision of a dark cloud. Claudette and Dwight's vacant stares that beguile some sort of hypnosis. Quick, validate her theory or try to push it off. Sure. I think you're onto something. What do you know? How long have you been here? Do you remember anything at all about why we might be here? I've been having these dreams, seeing things. I think we're all serving some greater purpose here. Huntress reveals a strange object that she stole from near the stage where Trickster performs. It has some strange symbol on it. Truthfully, it doesn't seem much strange to you. It's just a glass bottle, however, the label is interesting. She hands it over to you, but before she can explain her theory, Claudette and Dwight burst in on you and interrupt. You have a dramatic announcement, but it needs to happen back at the beach. You arrive at the beach and realize you were set up. There's no big announcement after all. What we have here is a good old-fashioned rivalry. It's true, exactly like that voice that we cannot hear and certainly aren't referencing says. We are forced to interrupt your lovely date by another killer. They are here and ready to make you an offer of love you won't be able to deny. Trapper emerges from the water. Is he in slow motion? He's pure thirst. He's Paul Newman on horseback. He's Denzel on the cover of GQ. Manliness brought to life. Also, he is holding his breath under there this whole time, waiting for his cue. That's commitment to the bit if I've ever seen it. Heard you spent the day in a quaint cottage. That's cute. How about a quaint mansion? Or better yet, how about one on each continent? Yeah, I'm including Antarctica. I'm really rich. Think of how cozy we can get in a snowy 10-bedroom chateau. One of those pools that is half indoor, half outdoor, but nice and warm throughout. The way you can kill a mama polar bear from outside while watching her cubs cry over your body from inside. That's crazy. Wow, Trapper is the real deal. And by real, I do mean really, and by deal, I mean evil. Plus, you really want to hunt for your food for the rest of your life? With me, you get it both ways. Savagery and someone to clean up after you. Sounds nice, huh? Nah, I'd rather go with Huntress, honestly. That isn't the life for me, bro. I'm very impressed you can speak with implied quotation marks. Very cool. This guy is a total douche nozzle. Try hard much? He's like the turn of the century Pacific Northwest version of a Wall Street bro. Trust me, it tracks. Patrick Bateman with a huge chip on his shoulder. You wouldn't go with him if he was brandishing a cleaver at you. Oh shit, he is! Thanks but no thanks. I'm into a quieter lifestyle. I relish my independence and don't need someone to wipe my butt for me. You run back to the huge arms of Huntress. She hugs you tight. So tight you think you feel life leave your body for just a moment. But it hurts so good. You know what? I'm impressed that you stood up to me. I appreciate someone giving me their totally honest opinion, even if that opinion makes me want to carve out your liver. And the butt wiping comment? That's not what I meant by clean up after you, but I'm hiring someone to do that for me the moment I get home. Trapper leaves you and you turn to Huntress, walking in slow motion back to the water. It's pretty weird. He's just gonna stay in there all night? Shall we continue our date? Huntress leads you back to her cabin. You thought you'd remember the way, but it's like the forest has completely changed. Nothing is familiar. Better not get lost out here. Can you believe that guy? Classic Trapper. pulling a move like that. I'm so glad you chose me, though. I don't think we've explored all there is between us yet. She winks, a bunny-mashed eye, and scoops you up onto her back. Huntress runs through the woods with you piggyback riding her. The wind ruffles through your hair. Animals clear a path for the mighty woodswoman as she races by like the lead from that famous teen vampire drama in that one scene where she calls her a spider monkey. Huntress doesn't call you that. Whee! Eventually, she gradually lowers you to the ground and you take your surroundings. A wooded clearing in the forest. Huntress prances about like a deer in a meadow. I like to come here to clear my head and hack up a few cute woodland creatures. Foxes are my favorite to slaughter. They think that they're so cute and sly, but I see right through them. They're just assholes. Great with hot sauce, that's crazy. Huntress hears rustling and darts off to find its source, crouching down low like an animal. Now that you're alone in the middle of the forest, which way did you come from again? No idea. Your sense of direction is all off. A mellifluous voice floats through the air, landing upon your ears like syrup honey. Come find me. Okay. Oh, I have to press the space bar. Okay. Oh, that was pretty good. Oh, not bad. Oh, I missed completely. I didn't mean to. Oh, I missed completely. Not bad. Oh god, this is... Okay, not bad. Tag. You bop Huntress on the shoulder when you find her. She high-fives you. You're trying to date this young lady or just bro down all day? What the hell? You're so good at hiding. I'm having a real blast. Thanks. They say it takes 10,000 hours of practice to get good at something. Hey, they do say that. That was fun, huh? I keep trying just to relax and have a good time. That's really hard for me. Anytime I let my guard down, something terrible happens. Like what? Sometimes I find young girls in the woods, like perfect angels that need my protection. But if I turn my back for a moment, they wind up dying. That got dark, but you feel like Huntress wouldn't admit this to just anyone. Look, Claudette and Dwight are back. Okay, we swear we're here for a good reason this time. Yeah, no one is manipulating us this time. It's just time for dinner. Come get some grub. What a fun day you've been having. I can see it written all over your face. You're shining. And it's not just the remaining anxious sweat from spending an afternoon courting a psycho killer. No. You're really feeling this whole romantic experience. Don't worry, I'll keep your dirty little secrets. But enough gentle ribbing. It's time to get back to business. All the appetizing singles have arrived for dinner, including Trickster. Wraith is here too. That's funny. We're not gonna do the gag where we crown them all on screen at the same time again, so just believe me. They're all here, and they're just as sexy and demented as you remember them. With your love on the line, everyone is being very careful not to offend you by saying the wrong thing. Congrats, by the way, on getting this far. I'm as surprised as you are that these four are falling for you. No, not because of your personality, but because you just met them yesterday. However, since Spirit seems like the biggest long shot to end up holding onto your heart, she throws caution to the wind and speaks up. It's a pretty small consolation prize for being the least loved killer on Murderer's Island. But hey, letting them have this one moment in the spotlight is the least that we can do. And heaven knows they won't do any better than that. Clearly, I need to do a little bit more to be part of this group, or I'll be alone forever. However, I don't eat, and I don't like being alone, so I take that all back. I don't care what the group has for dinner, as long as we start with shrimp cocktail. I saw a movie once where these ghosts turned shrimp cocktail into a haunted synchronized dance, and I'm still working out how they did it. You mean beetle? Brenda, stop them from saying it! Beetle shrimp? The most rare and delicious type of shrimp? Beetle shrimp? Is this some type of new species? Because I've haunted many beetle and shrimp, and I've never heard of beetle shrimp. Of course you haven't. Like Spirit says, they've got a hypnotic power. Anyone who sees them soon forgets. Also, something to do with dancing? I wasn't gonna say anything that dumb. No, I was going to say, Achoo! Excuse you, Brenda. Now, you were saying, Trapper? You've done all you can. I appreciate it. I'm gonna have to narrate us out of this somehow. Hold on. Are you afraid we might accidentally recite some spell and conjure a ghost? Because I hate to break it to you, it's a bit late for that. And then a giant osprey swooped down and dropped a severed head on the table, distracting everyone. Trapper! Hey, I've never seen this particular severed head before. What? This time I'm being honest. Sorry, not my finest work, but something had to be done. We've got to be careful about which cultural references we get mixed up with, is all. Wooloo juice, wooloo juice, wooloo juice. Yes, exactly. That's what they were trying to say. Dinner will be served shortly, but certain power brokers would like to know about your day. Would you like to share your day with the rest of the group? You've had an interesting day, that's for sure. But how will you describe it to the others? Say too much or too little, and it could affect your standing with the group. Okay, just don't sit there and say nothing. Nothing is not an option. Tell what your brush of death. Today was nuts. We went to Huntress's secret cabin and killer crabs attacked us. It's true. I'll fall asleep tonight to the delicious sound of crunching crustaceans. That would have never happened on my yacht. I grind them up. Much more satisfying way to kill crabs. At least those kinds of crabs. I have a little poem for the other kind. Dwight and Claudette bring out dinner. Everyone eats in silence. No one trusts anyone now, and they're all very tired. Oh wait, no, sorry. That's a dreary supernatural horror thriller set in Antarctica, not a charming parody dating sim set in an undisclosed tropical paradise. Bony appetit. Don't you mean bon? No. Almost everything we serve here has a lot of bones in it. Even the vegetables. Ew? Impossible to avoid on this island.
Diggity dog.
Oh my gosh.
This place is magnificent.
Bitter Marco, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. Bitter Raid, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Brenda. I forgot to hide that. We don't have that bit goal right now. Hold up. But welcome in. My name is Brenda. I'm a cozy variety streamer. I play a lot of Infinity Nikki, Disney Dreamlight Valley, a little bit of Pokemon and Nintendo games sprinkled in. Today we're actually playing Hooked on You, a Dead by Daylight dating simulator. Because it was a goal stream that my community had reached from my 5-year affiliate anniversary streams back in April. And yeah, welcome in. What were you playing? Uncharted 4. Nice! I'm familiar with the game. I don't really know much about it, but I know it's a game. But welcome in. I hope you had a great stream, Bitterbanka. Welcome in. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in. We're, I think at the end of our second day of, I believe, 3 days that we play in this game. So I'm hoping I can finish it. We're at the end of we're getting to the end soon. Thank you so much for the raid. Tell me all about your stream if you wish to. If not, if you got a raid and run, please do take care of yourself. But thank you so much for bringing your community over. And we are playing, like I said, Hooked on You, a Dead by Daylight dating simulator. So I very far and few between play Dead by Daylight on the stream, so I've been looking forward to playing this dating sim, and I'm not doing too good. I wanted to romance spirit, and I don't think I'm doing a good job at that. But welcome in, everyone. It's really good. First time playing Uncharted, so it's a lot of fun so far. I'm glad you had a great stream. Thanks so much for the raid. I'm gonna switch back over to the game. So basically, if you're familiar with Dead by Daylight, in this game, it's basically like a dating simulator where you can romance one of 4 killers from Dead by Daylight. You got Trapper, Spirit, Huntress, or the Wraith. And then Trickster is also in there, and I was informed by my husband today. He told me that in order to get the Trickster ending, you have to get all of the endings with the other 4 main killers before you can get the Trickster ending. So, impossible to avoid on this island. Oh, what did I just do? Everyone eats without speaking. Tensions are rising, both of the sexual and deadly variety. But Bitterbanka, if you got a raid and run, please do take care of yourself. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope I think you did have a good stream, so thank you so much for the raid. This game is on your backlog, deep somewhere in there. I know, I got it so long ago. It's kind of been waiting. My husband actually played it on his stream before I did. So I've been waiting to play it. When everyone finishes, Dwight and Claudette come back to clean up the table. They linger around you as they pick up your plate, take your napkin, and dust crumbs off the table. What would you like to say to the servants? That's crazy. I'll thank them. Your top-notch service is much appreciated. In fact, here, for us, just for doing our jobs, thank you kindly. Everyone, if you'd please be so kind to us, follow us to the fire pit, we'd greatly appreciate it. We've been told something big is going to happen, something that will change everything. You can go willingly or you can go unwillingly. You have no choice. Tough cookies. Did you have a choice on how you said that, dweeb? Yes, and I immediately regret how I did. Good. Something needs to change around here. Fire is rebirth. Fire illuminates the soul. I hope that the fire isn't too smoky. Smoke hurts my eyes. I have pretty sensitive eyes. I'm also horribly afraid of it. The fire, I mean, not my eyes. Because of childhood trauma. Involving fire. I'm trying to romance Spirit, but I don't think I'm doing a good job. And finally, everyone starts moving towards the fire pit, if only to get away from Wraith's complaining. You take a seat on a comfortable log, feeling the fire's heat against your skin, and wait for the other killers to take their places, wondering who will tell a story this time. Will the narrator tell a story? I bet they've got a stunningly creative mind. Hey, you think. Are they allowed to simply place thoughts in my mind like this? Doesn't seem fair. Everyone makes their way in, but something unexpected happens. Nothing happens. Something almost always seems to be happening here, so nothing is probably not a great sign. Oh, cool. Now everyone is looking at you. So, you know, do something. Should I pick someone to tell a story? Or we could play charades? Boggle? Well, we were actually thinking, why don't you tell us a story? Me? Wraith points his spine and skull staff thingamajig at you. You duck out of its way. Who knows what that thing can do? Probably shoots lasers. Try not to bore us. We're just very interested in you. Don't speak for me, Huntress. Now, you can't tell me if you're warm from the fire or if it's your nerves heating up. I know that fire is right here, but maybe if we stop talking about it all the time, we can start to pretend it's not here and doesn't, you know, threaten to burn us alive. He's not supposed to hear me. Get out of here, Wraith. Brenda was about to make an important decision about telling a story or not. What happens if I say I don't want to tell a story? Will we just continue on with the story? I really don't want to tell a story. I'm not the storytelling type. I'd rather not. Why? Do you have something to hide? You're telling us you don't have a single story in your entire life? So sad. Truly, humanity has reached its crumbling nadir. I just want to hear your voice. That's weird, Wraith. Why are you being like this? Be gracious? Because you're all much better storytellers than I. Look at you, wooing everyone without offending anyone. The killers blush, flattered. Except Spirit. She sees through you. Sorry. No! Okay, that was not a very good story. I don't mean to insult you, but it was actually quite bad. Sorry, but this narrator keeps it real. We just can't end there. So who else would you like to hear a story from tonight? You look from killer to killer, trying to decide who might be the most entertaining. Let's hear Spirit again. Suppose I could tell a story. I don't really want to, but anything I say is sure to be better than whatever you got out of anyone else in this group. Like all good stories, I stole this one from someone in the past who is dead now and can't do anything about it. It's called The Bride, or technically I suppose the fiancé. One winter, a young couple decided that the next spring they would be married. The two were madly in love and could not wait for the snow to melt so they could join in matrimony and unite their souls for an eternity. Per the latest bridal trends, they decided to have their wedding ceremony at the edge of the woods by a beautiful shabby chic farmhouse. Together, they spent months planning the details of the wedding. The two created invitations, figured out seating arrangements, and tasted 100 cakes before settling on the perfect one. They chose... I don't know what that is, by the way. So fancy. When it came time to figure out the decorations, however, the bride, or the fiancé, I guess, since she wasn't actually married yet, wanted to take the lead and set the style. After all, her boyfriend had been wearing cargo shorts and open-toe sandals for pretty much their entire relationship, so he was definitely not to be trusted. Having decided on such lovely natural setting for the ceremony, the fiancée decided that she would create a unique floral arrangement from the local wildflowers that surrounded the farmhouse. As soon as the sun rose on the first day of spring, she set off into the woods. Each day, she spent hours mapping out where the best blooms could be found and prepared to pick them herself the morning of the wedding so that they'd be at the height of their freshness and beauty. Enamored with the incredible variety of flowers in the woods she surveyed, the bride, or fiancé, since they had not been married, became obsessed with knowing just how many there were so that she could choose the absolute best. When the fateful morning of her big day finally came, the fiancée told her husband-to-be that she had one final errand before the wedding. Excited for the ceremony to come, she dressed in her beautiful white gown and set off into the woods to gather flowers. Treading carefully, she followed her route, selecting only the best stems and collecting them in a basket. However, when she came upon a once familiar clearing, something was not as she expected. Somehow, it was more beautiful now than it had ever been before, and just on the edge of her view was a new bush filled with blossoms so vibrant and colorful, she became dizzy just looking at them. But the fiancé ignored her sudden spell and pressed ahead, scooping up the flower after flower. And every time she did, she noticed just further ahead impossibly even more beautiful blossoms. Carried by the sweet fragrance of spring air, the fiancé crept further and further into the woods until she turned the corner, stepped over a mossy fallen tree trunk, and realized she had been here before. But this wasn't the clearing she remembered, or at least not how she remembered it. The flowers were suddenly overripe, decaying, falling from their stems and festering festering moldy piles on the floor. Where bees had been, now only flies buzzed. Where the scene of flowers once had intoxicated her, the odor of mildew now made her sick. She turned and looked back, but the path was dark. Into a shadow glen she walked and walked and walked. That day, as guests gathered at the farmhouse, the fiancé was nowhere to be seen. Her friends, family, and love began to look for her, but to no avail. They searched the pasture, the tree line, and into the forest, but there was no beautiful wildflowers or young lovers to be seen. Just old, dead trees, trampled vines, and moss-covered rocks. The fiancé stayed a fiancé for eternity, always wandering, looking for fresher blooms to clip, but never finding them. Distracted by a never-ending search for perfection, unable to see that you are loved for who you are. Out there, all alone. I thought it was beautiful and sad, just like someone we know. How was story time? A lot of people like to take pot shots at sequels, but I think every good story deserves a follow-up. When you think it's the end, the sequel is almost never as rewarding as the original. That's why I'm much more of a fan of episodic style of storytelling. Hey, me too. Knowing it's a series takes a lot of pressure off any individual installment and builds a greater sense of community between audience and creator. Tell me, Brenda, if you could delete any sequel from existence, what would it be? Don't answer that. We actually don't care. We're just here to make sure that we seamlessly move on to the next segment of the evening. God forbid my small talk get in the way of a romantic Twilight moment. Dwight, I'm gonna need you to shut your yap trap. You know what we need to get back to? That thing we do whenever we're not on screen. Okay, you have fun tonight. Try not to wink wink, end up dead. How do you say the words wink wink out loud? And what kind of double entendre are you getting at with the end up dead thing? Dwight is physically incapable of winking, not since the accident. And you do know that all these people are despicable criminals with double-digit kill counts, right? Well, except for Spirit. She doesn't really belong here. She's strictly a victim, not a perpetrator. But no wonder she's pissed. Did I hear someone talking Spirit? Deal me in. That's rude. What do you say we take this talk back to the hot tub so I can soak this bod while I roast that ghost with some killer hot takes? Nah. Please, enough talk of burns. things that are lit or getting blazed. It's enough that these activities have to be set next to a literal fire. Must I be surrounded by figurative flames as well? What if I turned and ran as far away from this place as we could, just you and me? On those spindly legs, you'd probably tire before you got too far. If it's running away to someplace more secluded Brenda is after, they should obviously join me. Have you seen those legs? Pure power. Not that my walk speed really reflects my giant stature. That's because I chose to move slowly for stealthy reasons. It's my own choice and it's completely logical. Why is everyone so obsessed with comparing themselves to each other and creating drama? I'm so over all that. Don't you get it? Society wants to trick you into fighting with each other so that corporations can swoop in and sell you fake solutions to all your fabricated problems. I'll be sitting in the shade and drinking something locally sourced while thumbing through a public domain novella printed on recycled paper because I refuse to play their game anymore. It's like she is actively trying to be as unappealing as possible. Does it really turn anyone else? Does it really turn anyone else on or just me? Despite Trapper's insatiable appetite, it seems his attention, along with the attention of everyone else, is still on you for a moment. If you could, I don't know, pick one of us, maybe we could all move on with our lives. Or, you know, some special projects we might have going. You heard him. Who will it be? I want Spirit. And no, I'm not satisfied with that name either, blah, blah, blah. Which killer will you pick? And we're back to excluding Trickster because, ugh, that guy. Spirit. Oh, you picked me. Yay. Sorry, that was rude of me. I despise Phonia, so I should be honest with you. You make for interesting company, and I love the idea of winning over these other killers at all costs, even when I hate the game and the prize. But I had a long day. Floating, subverting expectations, grinding my teeth as I imagine sweet, sweet revenge. It takes a lot out of me. So don't stop bringing your A game, alright? It might seem like I hate everything, and getting to really know who I am is an impossible task not worth trying, but too bad. You won't know unless you search deep inside yourself and bring everything you've got. Or just say the exact thing at the right time and melt my cold heart in an instant. I don't know the rules any better than you do. See you at the bar, I guess. You arrive at the bar to find Dwight and Claudette both holding cocktail shakers surrounded by a bevy of bottles for assorted boozes. Who's ready to get wasted? That's crazy. Well, I don't drink, so not me. Same, girl. You really don't drink ever? Is that like because it will just fall out a hole in your stomach or something? I don't drink alcohol because alcohol is poison of the body and the mind, and I don't need to act like a fool to have a good time thing. Then why did you choose a mixology lesson as your romantic nighttime activity? Everyone knows this kind of date is just an excuse to get loaded up on booze and make terrible decisions. It's true, not a single person has ever learned anything at one of these things. Dwight, now that's not true. You learned how to tie a cherry knot in a stem using only your tongue. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who ordered the soda with a splash of my private business? Because that's off menu. Well, I know what I'm drinking to forget tonight. Mixology is a real thing, and it doesn't require alcohol to be interesting. I'll have you all know that when I worked at a restaurant before I was violently executed by your father, on whom you will have your bloody vengeance. Right. Well, so be it. How about you, Brenda? Do you drink? No. I've got the impression that tonight will be a night I want to remember perfectly, so I'm gonna pass on the alcoholic drinks. Hear, hear. Alcohol is a false escape. Besides, it's not like sober people can't have fun. You watch a spirit pick up a plump cherry and roughly stabs a little plastic sword through it. Cherry juice splatters everywhere, and its little fruity guts flop out onto Spirit's lap. Oopsie! One of the upsides of wearing black, it hardly shows stains. No take backsies. So lovebirds, what drinks shall we make? Dark and stormy? How about a dark and stormy drink for my dark and stormy date? We did good with that one. Okay, that one is cute. Please allow us to demonstrate how a dark and stormy is made. Thank you for the hydrate. Oh, Maxie, welcome in. All right, I think we're doing good now with this. I think we're gonna romance Spirit now. How are you doing, Araxi? How was the rest of your stream? Oh, keep. First, rum, or in this case, rum extract, and a little bit of apple juice poured over ice. And then fresh ginger beer is added in. Garnish with a lime wheel, and drink. The end. Just warm. Yeah, I heard you talking about how warm it is today. I haven't been outside today, but my husband was, and he said it's very warm here as well. But I'm doing okay. I got like not a lot of sleep last night because I was up really late streaming. And then I woke up super early to do a recording. And I'm pretty sleepy now, but I think we're getting to the end of this game. We're almost at the end of the second day, and there's only one more day, I think. And I think the last day is short. But I'm trying to romance Spirit. Do you think you're up to the challenge of replicating this recipe? Replicating rum substitute and ginger beer over ice. Don't forget the lime wheel. Rum substitute and ginger beer over ice with a lime wheel. I'm not sure I appreciate your tone, but yes, you got it. You're a natural, sassy natural. You and Dwight might have more in common then. Don't you dare. Spirit seems to be in a lovely mood as she sips her dark and stormy. She's not even rolling her eyes at your petty behavior. On cue, a literal dark storm begins to make its way in from the ocean. You taste your own dark and stormy as you watch the clouds approach. It's quite refreshing. Isn't this fun? Honestly, it's the most drama-free fun I've had since I got here. And since you picked a simple but delicious drink, we've got plenty of time left to relax. Wanna make out a little? Is she being for real? Is she being for real? She wants to make out? You breathe in a sip of your drink and immediately begin coughing before you can get a yes out. Lightning strikes a palm tree on the beach and immediately starts a fire. Uh-oh. The activity ends abruptly as Claudette and Dwight usher the two of you away from the bar. Oh no. Hope I get better sleep tonight. I hope so too, because I gotta go work tomorrow. I gotta work Monday, but I have a short work week. So I only work Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but I'm off on Friday because Saturday is 4th of July. So since it happens on a weekend, my office is observing it on the Friday. So I only have 2 days of work this week. So I'm pretty stoked on that. The gang's all together again at the volleyball court. Seems like only yesterday you were sitting on the sidelines watching everyone get sweaty. That's because it was? Oi, feels like I've been here a lot longer than that, actually. It's so late that the sun is already beginning to rise. Better get this over with quickly so that I mean you can get some beauty rest. I do not recommend the internal damnation of perpetual narratordom. Good thing you really used your time well since then. Really getting to know the gang. The brain, the Mongol, the basket case, the psychotic bunny girl. You know, the 4 types of people. Anyway, everyone is gathered on the volleyball court for a new type of game. Pitch your dream date and see who Brenda chooses. Who's ready for a round robin? How round we talking? No, not to eat, Huntress. Each killer gets 2 minutes to tell you about their dream date they have planned for you tomorrow. In no particular order, which is a weird thing to mention, right? Almost like the order does matter. Trapper, why don't you go first? You think you deserve it, even if this case is a subtle dig. Stop talking. Trapper, without further ado, would you like to make us all uncomfortable by pushing the boundaries of what's accessible, not only in polite society, but within the narrative of this in-world event, and also the larger meta-narrative of a Dead by Daylight dating experience? Damn. Sometimes you just gotta say it. Why, yes, thank you, I'd love to. So Brenda, you're thinking of picking me? No? Well, this is your final warning. Pick me and be punished. And rewarded? Tomorrow will suck, probably. I'm not an easy guy to get along with. I know that. But I can tell you this much. I'm hiding a secret on this island that will make fans shit themselves with excitement. If you like Trapper, you're gonna love it. And if not, you're a maggot. Also, everyone, even confident, sexy ladies in rabbit masks, better stay the hell away from my yacht. Hit us, Spirit. Figuratively, damn it, Dwight. You gotta watch your words with these people. Tomorrow, you'll spit in the face of God, die and be reborn anew. That's it? if you're not intrigued by that, I don't want you. Go draw crayon art with Trapper or dig up whatever mysteries with Wraith. I don't know what those guys do all day. Do you want to at least specify which god you'll be spitting in the face of? All of them. Okay, so hydrate tonight if you intend to hang with Spirit. Sorry. Anyway, Wraith? Well, I really prefer just to tell Brenda privately. I don't really know how that's gonna work with these game mechanics. What if you just whispered it to Brenda? Wraith considers this for a moment. Too long. That's fine. Without moving, Wraith lowers his voice to a barely audible whisper. Tomorrow, I have to find my bell. And then I can finally tell you about what I've been working on. It's going to be really special. The kind of thing where we will really bond. And maybe finally get off this island. And maybe we can go on a real date. You're done? Is that it? Wraith nods, proud. Great. Huntress, why don't you take it from here? Tomorrow morning, I'm planning on a nice atmospheric breakfast on the yacht. Don't worry, Trapper won't even know it's gone. What was that? That's crazy. Nothing. Go away. Then, boy oh boy, I got such an adventure planned. It involves hunting for treasure. What kind of treasure are we looking for? Guess you'll have to pick me and find out. Let me tell you, it's primo stuff. Now, if you don't mind, I've got to start preparing because it's clear already that you're gonna pick me. No. Confident, mysterious, I like it. And time's up, everyone. Gosh, you need to dream about these options so you're ready to choose in the morning. Now, go dream about all these swoon-worthy options so that you're ready to make a choice come dawn. Have a swell night. Did you two forget to mention something? Haha, oh gosh, how could we forget? Before you run off to slumber peacefully, there's one more thing to do. No reality survival dating competition priority will be complete without singling out one of our contestants who is already teetering on the edge of a psychological break and giving them a little push. Hold up. Has this been a survival dating competition parody this whole time and I'm just now finding out about it? Come on, the signs were there. You just didn't read them. Welcome to Murderer's Island. It's now time to eliminate one of the killers. Oof, it's like butchering and it hurts even worse. You can't kill a killer, but can you break their heart? Do you dare to even try? You mean... That's right, tomorrow one of these sexy slicers will not be eligible to take you on a date. Who's it gonna be? But why? Because it's dramatic? Because it's surprising? Because it's a classic reversal of fate? And it will hurt someone's feelings. Someone dangerous. What's it gonna be, champ? What's your thought process here? Trapper seems like he might throttle you in your sleep if you eliminate him. That being said, at least you'd see them coming. Spirit could be anywhere. She floats, and I hear she can disappear. Hard to track. Ick, if you get rid of Wraith, he might just cry. Although, I totally support normalizing men crying and being vulnerable. It just seems like he might be an ugly crier. Huntress? She might pretend to be okay with it, but then you'll start to see her behind every tree. What I'm trying to say is, I don't envy you, boss. So which sociopath are you eliminating? Trapper. This was very simple. Trapper, you scared the living shit out of me. You're eliminated. That's fair. Honestly, though, I don't care. You suck. And not in the good way. You bore me. You're personality-free maggot. It wouldn't even be fun to kill you. Which I was totally going to do tomorrow the first chance I got. So really, this is a win-win for both of us. Still, might kill you though. Out of the principle for eliminating me. Sleep with both eyes open and have fun on your date tomorrow. Now that you've broken the heart of someone heartless, you should go get some shut-eye. And don't worry too much about the broken heart you left behind. Because, of course, they'll be receiving a consolation prize. They might not go home with Brenda when this is all over, but they'll never sleep alone again. That's right, we're sending our eliminated player home with... Not the the trickster body pillow. Not the trickster body pillow. No. That's so funny. Their own mostly new trickster body pillow, the next best thing to the real trickster. It might not hug you back, but it definitely won't try to stab you. How do we know? Because I've tried it. That's right, it's Dwight tested. That's crazy. Claudette approved. Hope you sleep well tonight, Brenda. You're my hero for what you've accomplished. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you've done? No, not because of the guilt. I mean, knowing that there's a legit homicidal maniac who hates you so close by. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you'll do tomorrow? I don't know how you'll do it, but you better go before Dwight and Claudette come back and put you to sleep themselves. You know those two. Schedule, schedule, schedule. Wow, what a crazy day to end, a crazy way to end the day. An elimination? I didn't even know it was that kind of game. Let's check in with everyone, especially with our loser. Everyone deserves a send-off. We'll see how things go tomorrow, I suppose. I'm not expecting anything. I tend to shut my mind off during hard times. I know I seem all excited and devil may care, but the truth is I'm really a pessimist at heart. That tends to happen when your mother was skewered by an elk when you were young? Yeah, how'd you know? Wild guess. It's also the only thing you talk about. If you'll excuse me, I think I saw a raccoon over in that tree and I'm feeling peckish. I don't really know what's happening here. I honestly haven't been paying attention. Oh, Brenda, sorry, I forgot. I'm focusing on other things, more important things. One way or another, I won't be here for much longer, okay? All right, Trapper, what did Trapper think? I don't handle rejection well. At least I don't think I do. No one has ever been dumb enough to reject me before. Yeah, the more I think about it, the angrier I'm getting. I'm a giant rage monster, so everyone in this room should be scared right now. Turn the camera off. Did I think there was a chance I might get eliminated? Yeah, I did. Did I care if I got eliminated? Not even a little. Does the volume of words I spend talking about how much I don't care about things signify a deeper yearning within me to be seen, heard, and validated by those around me? Nah. What? You're not part of this, and you don't get a confessional. I really want to play this game and get all the endings with all the regular killers just so I can get the Trickster ending. I really want to try to do that now. It's cool, man. I'm not part of anything, you feel me? I'm not a cog in anyone's machine. I'm my own machine. This whole thing is pretty cute, though. Charmingly low budget, old school marketing vibes. Not gonna lie, I wish I wasn't so busy right now. I'd definitely be down with a reality show style dating competition with survival elements. But I got my new album, upcoming tour, finalizing a new sneaker line, producing a limited series on my life, starting a new social media NFT crypto app, and doing all these private gigs over on IP Island. My dudes, you gotta come check it out. IP Island, it's so dope. It's where the real killers are hanging out. Fully licensed, no legal drama. Lawyers, take a hike. I'm gonna tell everyone that Trickster said that about them. Don't worry. I'm talking your favorite established characters from all over pop culture that can't be seen on this island. Hell, probably can't even mention them. Like don't you say it. Look, we get it. You're very popular and in demand. We have a game to get back to and I don't want to get sued. Ghostface. Come on. Whatever. I don't even care. I'm the Trickster. See you around, Brenda. You too, narrator. I have a name, you know. Do you? You do? Yes. Seriously, they do not pay me enough to deal with you people. Is it my turn? What? No, it's not your turn. You're sentient water. How are you even sitting in that chair? What's a chair? It's the thing you're getting all wet. Now it's gonna smell like mildew. Okay, rude. Fine, let's just get this over with. It's your turn, Ocean. Do your check-in. Check-in? I was just looking for the bathroom. Bathroom? Are you serious? It's down the hall to the left. It's okay. Never mind. Never mind? What does that mean? No, not you too. This wasn't meant to be a confessional time for literally every character in the game. It's okay. We don't have to confess anything. We've just been working our asses off for 2 days straight and wanted to sit down somewhere. This chair is wet. Yeah, I think Ocean just peed on it. How is that possible? You know what? I don't care. You two are looking pretty pleased with yourselves. I got something to confess. Oh great, what's it gonna be? You ate glue in the 2nd grade? You cheated on an algebra test once? Watching Trapper get eliminated was the first time in this unending spiral staircase of pain that is my life that I've ever felt an even modicum of joy. Every minute that I'm alive is a nightmare. This place, the sun, these sweet sugary drinks, it sounds fun for a long weekend, but for an eternity, The unrelenting rhythm of crashing waves and wailing seagulls. It's like a crescendoing song of evil that makes me question the very foundation of the universe. Why am I here? Why are there any of us here? What kind of sentient being would do this? Please, erase me from existence. Make it so I was never born. Pull the plug on this experiment and let my soul be free. And please, please get me out of this polo shirt. Okay, let's get you to bed, buddy. I don't want to go to bed. Going to bed means eventually I'll have to wake up. Yikes. That was a weird way to end. Well, what are you gonna do? You let the camera roll long enough, someone is bound to say something crazy. Anyways, it seems like everyone's had their shot to annoy me tonight, so hit the hay and get some rest. Tomorrow's gonna be a doozy. Alright, since we're starting the last day, I think I'm gonna... The ad starts in like 5 minutes. I think I'm gonna run it early, since we're starting the last day. So I'm gonna, before we start the last day of the game, I'm gonna quick run a 3-minute ad break, so anyone who is not subscribed to the channel or does not have Twitch Turbo will get hit with that 3-minute ad. But like I said, I will take a quick be right back. If you're not in the ad, there's a little Pokemon Who's That Pokemon game on my be right back screen. And yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out today. We're gonna play the last day of this game and then wrap up the stream. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I will be right back.
Who's that Pokemon?
Okay. Welcome back from ads. Get the game back. All right. All right, guys. Thank you so much for sticking through that last ad break there. That'll probably be the last one because we're on the last day, and I don't think the last day is very long. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out today. I hope you're enjoying this. Welcome back. Thank you, Araxi. Thank you. Hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm enjoying this. This is really fun. I really hope we get to end up with Spirit in the end. I hope we end up with Spirit in the end. But I definitely am going to try to 100% this game. I've gotten a handful of achievements on Steam. And I definitely want to try to get... Bitches love achievements. So I definitely want to try to 100% this game. Alright, so this is the morning of our final day. Soft sunlight warms your skin, nudging you awake. You're also using a killer crab as a pillow, which it's sort of okay with. You pull on your beach attire and splash water on your face. Dwight and Claudette approach. Is that look on their faces excitement? Terror? You notice your stomach flutters with butterflies. Someone's in love. Or you've been infected with zombie butterflies in your sleep. It has happened here before, but it's probably the love thing. It's time! Claudette gestures over to the beach where the killers all stand flanked by tiki torches. It's a scene very reminiscent of a TV show you used to hate watch with your ex. You mean like Survivor? It's so funny because my dad and my sister are huge Survivor fans. Suddenly, the message is clear. You're going to declare your affections for a killer in front of several other killers. Hey, isn't Trickster supposed to be here? We paid him good money to make some half-ass cameos in the show. I'm gonna chew his agent out. You're enjoying this a lot. I'm so happy, Araxi. Yeah, this is really fun. I definitely am gonna play more of it to get all the achievements. I do like the fun like dating sims. I really I don't know when it's coming out, but Pal World has a dating simulator that's coming out at some point. I literally have no idea when it's coming out, but I will play that eventually when that comes out. This has been fun because I do like to follow some of the Dead by Daylight stuff. As much as my husband hates that I like to follow Dead by Daylight announcements and stuff, since I don't really play, I do enjoy it. It's a fun. The lore to Dead by Daylight is fun, so I've been enjoying this. Before they walk you over for your big moment, don't think we haven't noticed how you've been to us, Brenda. Can't be easy being thrown into a mysterious island for seemingly no real reason, surrounded by terrifying killers trying to manage your most primal impulses, murder and making out. And you've kept a cool head and treated us, your friendly island host, with dignity and respect. So don't tell anyone we told you this. But Claudette and Dwight look around conspiratorially. Just a little hint for you going forward. Don't try to go all the way with a killer who isn't into you. Relationships are two-way streets. If you don't have a green light in the other direction, you might end up in the friend zone. The friend zone? That doesn't sound so bad. Where do you think you are exactly? Dead by Daylight doesn't do friends. There are killers and there are survivors, and I'm afraid we can't say more. Okay, so who's into me? Claudette and Dwight look around conspiratorially again. Well, I've seen the sparks flying between you. Why me and Huntress? No. I saw her whittling a little figurine of you last night while everyone was asleep. So are you ready? Of course you're not, but too bad. We're on a schedule. I thought I really would Spirit yesterday. I'm still picking Spirit. We're picking Spirit. We're gonna... I was like, where's Trapper? I forgot. I sent Trapper home. I was like, wait, where's Trapper? I sent him home. You make your way over to the row of hotties. Claudette and Dwight stand off to the side, hands behind their backs. It's been quite the 48 hours, but there are clearly sparks in the air. And I'm not just talking about this rusty chainsaw, though I do recommend staying away from those sparks. It's time for a newcomer to confess their love. Wait, I'll have to do a drum roll for this. All right, hold on. Are they gonna do one in the game? No, you don't, but who cares? Brenda, who do you choose for your solo date? Can we at least do the flower thing? What's the flower thing? Dwight, I thought we agreed to keep that between us. No, not that flower thing. The thing where the suitor gets a flower as a symbol of like, oh, like on The Bachelor. Contestants' love and affection. Oh, right. I suppose. But no roses. They're such a cliche at this point. Well, that's good, because I tried to pick a rose and I got an ouchie, so I settled for these. Oh, those are pretty. Beautiful. You've done good, Dwight. This is a lovely bouquet. I hope Dwight saved some of these for Claudette. They're a thing, right? I love how the narrator's like, yeah, they're fucking. You're getting that vibe too? Just me? Sorry. You got other things to think about right now. Brenda, who do you select to receive these flowers and spend the day with you today? Spirit. You approach Spirit, peering below the brim of her impressively large hat into her haunting eyes. Spirit, since I met you, I've been enchanted by your presence. You've challenged me to be a better person and resisted the urge to show me the sharp end of your katana. For that, I thank you. I'm ready to take our relationship to the next level. Oh no, oh god, I'm so scared. And she wants to go out. Oh wait, she wants to go out. And we shall, up to the eye of the dark storm that is our reality, to the lantern room of the Black Lighthouse. Oh, it's time to see what you're made of, Brenda. Oh shit. Oh, we'll be going out with Spirit. I thought it might be nice to start the day out on Trapper's yacht before we head up to the Black Lighthouse. I like how, like, Trapper's gone, so now we're just using his yacht. Even if I kind of hate this basic tropical vacation stuff, like yachts and snorkeling or whatever, it's good for you to see me in the sun a little bit. At least, a little bit, at least. There's more to me than what you've already gotten to experience. I know that my whole vibe can be a little dark. The hat, the swimsuit, the plume of the floating hair. This wasn't always who I was. I was a normal young woman once, went to school, hung out with friends. I even had a part-time job working at a restaurant in town. And then, well, I don't know what happened. Your father, he murdered me and I awoke as an undead Avenger. That's not what I was getting at. Something else happened to me. I realized I needed to be seen. I don't even know by whom. A lot of time when you think about ghosts, there are these kind of see-through flickering specters. You imagine reaching out and having your hand go right through them. Whoa, like that sort of thing. Maybe there's some warpy effect on the world around you. I don't know. Depends on which movie you're watching. But when I died, well, I dare you to try and reach your hand through me. Not really. That's not an invitation. It's rhetorical. Why did I end up this way? Who brought me here to this island? Who knows? I sure don't. I've got my ideas. But I'm not exactly there digging around in caves or dusting off antiques and trying to find clues and analyze their meanings. I do want to take this experience seriously, though. I want to give the process a chance. It may be a dumb process and one that I have extremely little respect for as a person, but you just woke up on this beach with no memory of who you are or where you came from. And rather than freak out and simply try to swim away, you're giving this a chance. I actually didn't know that swimming away was an option. It's not. However, the fact that you never even tried, I think that means you got courage or an open mind. I don't know, maybe you stuck around because you like someone you met here. Maybe. While the two of you were getting all deep and philosophically flirty, the yacht pulled up to the shore next to the Black Lighthouse. Last stop, everyone off. There were other stops? Oh, not of this trip, of your life. Oh. Spirit rolls her eyes and leaves for the shore. I'm just messing with ya. This was the only stop. Nobody here is really looking for our fun, so we have to make it for ourselves. But no, there are no other stops. Seriously, go. This is the last train to... I don't want to say the town, because that will dox me. Race to the poop deck, Dwight. This ship doesn't even have a poop deck. Oh, it will. What do you mean it will, Claudette? What do you mean it will have a... As you disembark, you see Dwight and Claudette run giggling across the ship. Too bad you can't date those two. They seem like they know how to have a good time. You arrive at the beach near the majestic Black Lighthouse. Its imposing form towers above you. A flock of birds circles lazily, no sense of fear or urgency, as if circling a corpse that hasn't moved in ages. I'm excited about today. See? Spirit place her wrist delicately in your hand and presses your fingers down against her skin. Oh my gosh! It's cool to the touch, but you feel, is that the faintest of pulses? My blood is absolutely pumping. So what happens now? Now I show you something that no one has ever seen up close before. Well, no one who has lived to tell about it. We're going there. Spirit points to the top of the lighthouse, amongst the circling birds. What's actually up there? Have you seen it? Hey y'all, what's everyone doing today? Wraith, get the fuck out of here. I'm on a date here. Hi Wraith. You sure seem chipper today. Something strange is definitely going on with this guy. Well, something else strange. Something different than what's usually going on. Wraith takes a deep breath, sucking in the ocean air like it's the greatest air that has ever been sucked. Brenda, thank you. Thank you for choosing anyone else to go on a date with today. Alone, again, forever. This is how I was meant to be. I feel alive. Okay, are you done? We're kinda, on a date that you just mentioned? I'm glad you're feeling better, Wraith, but like she said, we're in the middle of something. You mind? Oh, right. So what you doing? Heading up to the eye of the lighthouse? I love it up there. You can really see the whole island from up there. In fact, get the fuck out of here. Spirit, I thought you said no one has been up there and lived to tell about it, but this sounds exactly like telling about it. Technically, I don't think Wraith counts as being alive. I mean, I don't maintain the canon, but Spirit waves her arms at Wraith from head to toe. And if he's not dead, now he's gonna be when I punish him for interrupting our date. Hey now, we can solve our problems without our hair flowing up into any menacing shapes. I'll just be over here, running away. Enjoy the view! I think Wraith was kidding about that whole being up there. Honestly, the view isn't even of the island. What you can see is mostly ocean on account of it being, a lighthouse. However, that does bring up an interesting point. Regarding your, how do I say it? Spirit's hand floats up as she scratches her head contemplatively. You don't usually see her at a loss for words like this. What's your mortal status? Wait, what do you mean? Because despite what our lanky friend seems to think, the lighthouse is not to be trifled with. It's a beacon of death and suffering that brings doom to it from all corners of this world. If not further, I think I'm alive. I'm here with you, walking this beach, feeling the water on my feet, feeling the sun on my skin. Here with me, the spirit. Does that really make you alive? I guess, I don't know. If you come with me up to the eye of the Black Lighthouse, you may never return. Is that a risk you're willing to take? Yes? Because we have something. I won't deny it. I feel it. I hate for you to simply turn to ash. If we were to commit right here and now to figuring this out as friends, we could put that risk off for another time. Just be friends? Oh, is this her way of letting you down easy? I don't know if I want that. Friendship with you. I want you. That's why I chose you. I can't decide this for you. I can only warn you that it may not be safe. You may die up there, and there's nothing I can do about it. Go up there. Take a deep breath and think about every particle of sea air as it travels into your body and fills your lungs. It may be the last time you have such a thought, but you feel strangely at peace with that information. I don't need another friend. I want something more. I'd risk my life for it. Spirit smiles quirkily, a quirky, devilish smile. Right this way. Oh, right this way. Oh my God, we're going up to the lighthouse with Spirit. Inside the lighthouse is almost pitch black. It was seemingly day when you stepped through the door, but inside this place is like a void. The last thing you see as the final rays of sun leave you is a horrible sight. A petrified body laying on the stairs, reaching not up, but down, as if it had been crawling. Watch your step! The things we do for love. When you arrive, the lantern room at the top of the Black Lighthouse, you breathe a sigh of relief. The light is out and seemingly defunct. Dust cakes the room, as though it hasn't been operated in a century. However, somehow, it was just morning a moment ago, but now it's night? What do you mean a moment ago? We've been standing here looking over the ocean all day. I've really enjoyed the peaceful time together with you, taking in the view, standing in complete silence for hours. It was kinda my perfect date. Really? I don't remember that. I just called it the perfect date and you can't be bothered to remember it? What kind of game are you playing with me? I want to remember it, it's just that for some reason my mind is completely blank. But hey, I'm not dead. Or you're already dead and have been this whole time. That's true. Maybe we'll never know. It doesn't look like the light is working. Even turned off, the light has a power to it. The massive lens refracts moonlight through itself, a subtle sparkle that has a hypnotic effect. Maybe that's where the day went? Staring into this light as the sun fell and the moon rose? Thanks for spending the day with me. I had a really good time. That's it? Don't get me wrong, this is really cool and all. I guess I don't know what I expected. I suppose if you thought you were walking into your death and nothing happened, it might feel a bit anticlimactic. Sorry. Anyhow, it's time to go. Let me just flip on the light for the staircase so it's easier to get down. Oh, does it still look pretty dark? Maybe Spirit is interrupted by a strange hum, and then it becomes frighteningly clear to you that that switch wasn't for the stairs. It was for the main lantern, a lantern that is now beginning to power up. Oh no. The faintest smell of burning begins to reach up to your nose. Oopsie, looks like maybe that switch wasn't for the stair lights at all. Now we see who is really alive and who is really dead, I suppose. It's bound to happen sooner or later. You slam your eyes closed, hoping that somehow not looking at the light itself will protect you. Not sure I see the logic in that, but if it is magic, it kind of defies logic. I want to see it, but well, I'm a little scared. Don't look directly into the light. Open your eyes and look only at me, and I'll keep you safe. Okay, yes. Oh. Okay, I did pretty good. Perfect. Okay. Oh, not bad. Oh, that is literally perfect. I like how these are literally like skill checks. Oh, that counted as perfect. Oh, that was very off. You missed completely. Are you okay? You seem okay. I hope I haven't ruined this by pushing you to do something you weren't meant to do. You're so brave. Maybe not so coordinated, but certainly brave. I'm so lucky you put yourself through this for me. It shows that you're real. Despite your attempt to resist the incredible force of energy from the Black Lighthouse's lantern, eye refuses to subside. No, it cannot be ignored, and it doesn't matter if you look directly at it or not. In the end, that was just a trivial game. This is real life and real magic. You stare at it now, and its power penetrates your mind. Uh-oh. Hey, been a while. How are things? Doing good? Feeling more dead or more alive? Yeah, love will do that to a person. Don't worry, it'll make sense soon. You wake to hear Spirit's muffled voice. You've got a terrible taste in your mouth, like burnt hair. The air feels damp and smells like ash. It takes time for the sound to clear up, but eventually Spirit's words start to make sense to you. However, it's clear she's talking to someone else, not you. You know how sometimes people say it's not you, it's me? Well, this time it is you, and it's also me? I can't believe I thought you would change for me. I can't believe I thought you were doing what you were doing was a sacrifice. You never gave anything up for me. Well, today I saw what love looks like, and it looks a whole lot different than this. I don't think you're... What? I don't think you're hearing me, which is weird because I'm practically shouting. Nobody... Spirit and Trap... Whoa. That's crazy. Nobody breaks up with Trapper. Nobody. I just really broke up Trapper and Spirit. No wonder why I hated Trapper so much. Oh yeah? Fine. Nobody breaks up with Trapper. But I'm not doing that. I'm dumping. Don't you say it. I'm dumping Evan McMillian. And there's nothing you or he can do about it. It's over between us, Evan. That's crazy. Not the government name. Rin? Oh shit, we're just all government naming each other. Trapper turns from Spirit and looks directly at you. You realize that you're laying on the ground of some weird tunnel. I think that your shouting woke up Brenda. Fake snore. You tuck your face into your elbow and let out a long, unconvincing snore. You might as well have announced, "I'm awake and uncomfortable." Damn. I grew up surrounded by lazy miners who were constantly sleeping on the job. I know what a real snore sounds like. Get up, Brenda. Huh? Who? What? What time is it? Where am I? Trapper, is that you? You know damn well it's me. The power and beauty of my voice is unmistakable. The jig is, as they say, up. You know you're awake now, and you're going to have to deal with this awkward situation head on. Clearly, I shouldn't be here. You two are having a very personal conversation that I don't need to be involved in. I don't even know how I got here. Not here on this island or here in this creepy tunnel. As far as this island goes, your guess is as good as mine. As far as this tunnel goes, we brought you here. We? You and Trapper? But after the lighthouse light came on, you blacked out. On your way down, I thought you might have hit your head or something. It's hard to tell what blood is new or old around here. Either way, I wanted to get you someplace safe, so I asked Trapper for help. It's not that I can't carry you, I just didn't feel like it, you know? I hate anything messing up my shards. Trapper, on the other hand, he loves nothing more than having an unconscious body draped over his shoulder. I could have asked Claudette or Dwight for help, but I don't trust them. But you trust Trapper? Like and trust are two different things. You might think that Trapper can be a real jerk, and you'd be right, but you get what you see with him. We brought you down here because we're the only ones who know about this place. It's part of an old tunnel network that connects different places on the island. What's up, guys? Talking island mysteries? My favorite topic. I was just in the neighborhood, so I thought I'd pop in. All right, Wraith. Trapper, you said this place was private. Don't look at me. I didn't tell him about it. Half of the appeal of the spot is getting away from people like him. Well, geez, I can see when I'm not wanted. So, you three a throuple now? Or, that's crazy, no way. Because I gotta say, I really didn't the whole Trapper spirit thing, but hey, if it's not my business, I don't stick my nose in it. We are not a thing. Nobody traps a Trapper. Not with traps or with relationships. And you do realize you're sticking your nose in our business right now, right? Wow, so hostile. If you don't want to talk about it, just say so. Anyhow, this tunnel has some very interesting features. If you head about 50 meters down that way, you'll find... Get out! Wraith looks around just to be doubly sure that Trapper is addressing him. I was just leaving. This island is a lonely place, which is great for me. I love to be alone. Trapper, on the other hand, he's quite needy. And after a lot of pursuit, I finally let him catch up to me and became, well, I don't want to call it a relationship because somebody really didn't want to have that talk, but we were more than friends. I dispute the events as told, for the record. I don't pursue. I stalk and lie in wait. Seeing eye to eye was not one of the things we were good at. So, I hate to ask, but just look at the refrigerator-sized death lamp. Hate to ask, but did I just look into a refrigerator-sized death lamp, so I guess I'm more of a glutton for punishment than I thought. What were you good at? Brenda is a pervert? Auto mod? That's crazy, not the auto mod. Well, for starters...
You need my DNA.
Hi. Hi, Taylor and Christian. I'm trying to romance Spirit. I think I just broke up Spirit and Trapper. I'm trying romance Spirit, though. But hi, guys. How are you? Excuse me. I'll take that question. Thank you very much. If you know anything about me by now, it's that I'm on a quest for revenge. Exactly. What you might not know is Trapper is like a great classical maestro of revenge. Trapper blushes behind the mask. That's one way to compliment a killer. Revenge against friends who have turned their backs and betrayed him. Revenge against his father for making him into a monster. Revenge against a barista who wrote Ewan on his cappuccino knowing his name was actually Evan. Spirit deserves better than him. I'm better than him, thank you. I know. I couldn't believe that Spirit and Trapper were a thing. Am I gonna give Spirit a blood transfusion? That's crazy. For someone who thinks about revenge as much as I do, Trapper is an inspiration. But they say never to date your heroes. Good advice, but I don't think that's the saying. And then you came along, Brenda. You showed me that it's okay to be lost, to feel pathetic, to push on when you have nothing real to offer anyone. I'm not sure where you got all that from, but okay. You held a mirror up to my own doubts and fears and showed me that they aren't everything about me. That I can embrace those things and not be defined by them. You show me that life after death can be more than just an obsession with revenge and mind-blowing sex on the ground in a dark cave or a dusty tunnel. That's crazy. Trapper nudges you in the ribs with his elbow. Gross. Clearly appealing to trappers. Better features has been a winning strategy for dumping his ass because he seems to be taking it quite well. This whole half-ass dating show parody thing. At first, I obviously thought it was a lame idea. What kind of moron thought there was an audience for this? But then we spent some time together, and I realized there's something actually real here, and I don't want to give up on it. I don't want to give up on us. Listen, Brenda, while you were knocked unconscious. Oh, okay. I thought she was laying me down, but no. Okay, I had to read that first. Listen, Brenda, while you were knocked unconscious by some minor head trauma, like a total weakling, Spirit confided in me that she has real feelings for you. I took it extremely well, naturally, because I trust her and value her opinions. That doesn't mean I trust you. If you want to get to her, you have to get through me first. Oh no. By passing Trapper's Test, TM. Coming to Behavior TV Sundays at 8 p.m. Welcome to Trapper's Test. Answer my questions correctly or die by my blade. Oh no. Question 1. What is Spirit's real name? The one given to her murderous father, which she only lets her real friends call her. I knew this because they only said it before in dialogue. You got that one. Don't celebrate yet. Question 2. What lives inside Spirit? Is she a ghost or a demon? Someone who knows Dead by Daylight, Dead by Daylight Lord. Ghost or demon? Is she ghost? She's a ghost, right? Because she died. So she's a ghost. Or is she a demon? Someone help me. I don't want Trapper to kill me. Ghost? No! I should have went with my first instinct. Probably her second most repeated personal factoid. Alright. Oh no. He slashed me. If death wasn't bad enough, the last words you hear before Trapper's weapon splits your entire body in half is an extremely lame catchphrase. Oh, I died. Try again. I died. I didn't know you could die in this game. Where's it gonna bring me back to? Oh no, is the game gonna crash? Hope the game doesn't crash. Okay. Alright. Damn. Okay. It's giving me another shot. Okay. Alright, it's giving me another shot. Alright, what's her real name? Rin. Question 2, she's a demon. She's a dragon?! Wait, I missed that! How did I miss that? Alright, try again. Wait, when did she say she was a dragon? I missed that. Okay, question 3. Where did Spirit work when she was a normal college girl? She worked at a restaurant. I know, to think that I would date a waitress. Don't tell my father I ever mingled. Question 4. Oh no, what's the Spirit's favorite color? I'm gonna go purple. It's black. Damn. I was like, it's probably not the most obvious answer. Alright, we're gonna try again. Rin. Dragon. Restaurant. Black? Okay, good. Question 5, the final question. I got this. Okay. Pardon Spirit, what's worse than being dead? Having, she literally told me this in the game and I don't remember. Nope. Alright, we're gonna try. Oh, I didn't want to give up! Oh no! I think oh no, autosave. Not being seen for who you are. Okay, good, I have an autosave. I was like, shit. I was like, I didn't want to give up! Okay, thanks, Tim. Alright. Restaurant. Black. Not being seen for who you are. Okay. When I pitched Trapper's Test, okay, so I killed them all right there on the spot. While killing them, I didn't solve any of my budget problems sure did feel good. Damn, you don't pay attention. I know, I don't pay attention. I'm telling this to A, brag to B, to explain why the only thing you're going to win is me saying congratulations for passing Trapper's test. Not that it was some huge challenge. I mean, the woman obsessed with a giant light that shines in the dark has a chip on her shoulder about being seen. Go figure. You'd probably guess, but rules are rules, even if I literally just made them up. You got it right. So I guess I approve of you dating Spirit or whatever. I never really cared in the first place. I was just hoping you'd slip up and give me a good excuse to wet my blade with your blood. Maybe I'll find a reason tomorrow. For now, you two have fun. Wink, wink. Trapper out. Sorry you had to endure that. What, 5 measly questions? It was nothing. Not even that, as ridiculous and unnecessary as it was. The whole thing. The waking up in a random tunnel, the overhearing our argument, the news that Trapper and I had something going on, and the stupid quiz. All of it. Especially the whole Trapper out catchphrase. It's only because I actually like you. None of it would have happened if I didn't. And I like you too, Spirit. Oh my god, are we gonna kiss or something? Please, call me Rin. Rin. I didn't really like our lighthouse experience. I didn't really feel like our lighthouse experience was completed. There was something else I wanted to show you. Oh? Alone, up in that lantern room of the tower. Get your mind out of the gutter. The gang dad said, Brenda, stop. This isn't Love in Deep Space. It's not that kind of game. What's that? Hold on a moment. I'm being told... No, wait. It is that kind of game. Disregard the gutter comment. Come back up here with me? There's no place I'd rather be. You're excited to return to the lantern room of this lighthouse, despite all of the drama and worry that was previously a part of this place for you. More importantly, you're excited to be there with Spirit, which makes it all the more crushing. When you're interrupted by the arrival of Claudette and Dwight. Claudette, Dwight, funny seeing you here. Wait, did I say funny? I meant tragic? Tragic? I don't think so. What could be tragic about a family reunion? Those are always joyous occasions in my experience. Before they can explain what that's even supposed to mean, the lighthouse begins to howl a low, frightening sound. The lens begins to glow in a now familiar way. You prepare to shield your eyes in case something bad happens to you again. Now isn't the time for any reality show adjacent shenanigans, Dwight. Claudette, shield your eyes. We don't know what the lighthouse will. Now, please don't interrupt. You think after all this time you know that we got your best interest in mind. Wait, what? No, of course I don't think that. I got wax in your ears, friends? I asked you not to interrupt. Too late, the black light flares. In the darkness, you see something horrible and strange. In the place of Claudette and Dwight are 2 ghoulish silhouettes. Before you can focus on them, the light passes, and the 2 survivors are returned to their normal states. It's breezy up here. I should have packed a sweater. What in the hairy hell? Hey, watch the language. You shouldn't speak that way. Who the fuck is that? Around your elders? Grandpa? Oh! The Oni! Oh shit, my little Rin. You're such a woman now. They grow up so fast. What? Brenda, meet Grandpa Kazin Yamaka. Well, technically, not just Grandpa. Technically, he's my great-great-great-great-great-grandpa. That's a lot of greats to say in a row. I haven't seen my little Rin since she watched over from the afterlife when she was just a little girl. I expect you all to say the greats. It's a matter of honor and respect. Except Rin. She can do whatever she wants, my precious little angel. But you? Oni stares at you with his demonic red eyes. You're pretty sure even the decorative third eye on his mask is looking at you. You mongrel. You must treat me with respect, or so help me. I'll be clearing bits of your head off my kanabo. A kanabo is like a metal baseball bat covered in spikes. Oh, so like Lucille. I'm not sure what a peasant like you is doing so close to a descendant of noble Yamaka bloodline in the first place. Dirk, Claudine, explain what's going on to me. Lucille Ware, right? Hi, Waggy. It's Dwight, sir, and Claudette, remember. We explained to you that you were going to come meet with your great-great-great-great-granddaughter's suitor and to give or withhold your approval. Oh shit, we need to get Grandpa's approval? Oh fuck. 5 greats! Great-great-great-great great-grandfather, sir. Your honor, master, sir. Wait, he's a samurai, not a judge. Grandpa, they must have summoned you here because they think you have great judgment, and because if they summoned my father, I would be too distracted by torturing him for all of eternity to continue with the rest of whatever this is. Show? Game? Experience? Ah, yes, that makes sense. Only a man of my own power and magnitude can help. Self-important much? Hope you're having a good day, Waggy. Nice to meet you, Kazan. Kazan? Only my friends and family could call me that. Those who tremble in fear at my presence call me Oni. You're seeing a serious resemblance to Trapper in not only the sheer size of the man that Oni is, but also his attitude. Apparently, Spirit has a type. You sure you can or want to measure up to that? Hell yeah. It dawns on you that, wait a second, maybe you do resemble Oni. Every time you've tried to look at your own reflection, however, you become dizzy and confused. This definitely deserves more thought, but now is not the time to consider that fact, as you might be some kind of hulking vampire with the first ever case of self-blindness. There's a massive samurai mad dogging you from 2 steps away. Well, you don't scare me at all, so I'll stick with Kazan. Listen, I realize now the true purpose of my visit is to extinguish your light. Clean your garage, been good, how's you? I'm doing good. I think I'm hopefully gonna romance Spirit here. If Grandpa approves. Only waves his katana in the air at you menacingly. Like the great-great-great-great-grandfather, like great-great-great-great-granddaughter, apparently. Hold up there, Grandpops, not so fast. You're only supposed to kill them if they deserve it. First, you should get to know them a little better. Young people these days, always wanting to kill people, insisting they must deserve it. Back in my day, you did what needed to be done because your nobility depended on it. In his day, for such an imposing presence, he sure is giving off serious old man yells at cloud vibes. You see, when I was a young man, we didn't have foreigners in our land, didn't need them. We had an abundance of culture already. A little too much if you ask me, but I didn't make the rules. The rulers did, exactly how it should be. Literature, art, commerce, theater, fashion, poetry, puppet shows, ghost stories, courtesans, gambling, fighting, fine dining, fast food, public executions. What were you talking about? Spirit giggles at her great-great. Okay, I'm not saying all those every time. At Oni's forgetfulness. You wonder, does she even like this guy? She sure hates her father, so... Listen up, old man. We don't have time for you to list every activity available to a samurai in the eternity of the Edo period. Hi, I'm Brenda. Some of your best work is doing this game before you got face cam. Damn, I wish I was around for that. But I think I'm about to romance Spirit. I'm just waiting to get Oni's approval. But how are you, Umbrada? Welcome in. Silence, peasant. You're showing your ignorance. Samurai were forbade from many activities that didn't benefit the Bushido code, such as attending certain theatrical performances, for instance. Sometimes, however, a samurai would put on a disguise in order to seek out entertainment. Now, I'm not saying I did that because I had honor and a body built like an entire castle that is quite hard to hide, but clearly you have neither my honor nor my physique. You don't even know about the ins and outs of the shifting role of traditional Japanese samurai etiquette. You fool. Rin, what would you want with such an uneducated admirer as this? You find it hard to believe that any contemporary person knows that all that much about who was and wasn't allowed to do what leisure activities over 100 years ago. However, you're really not sure how to handle this massive demonic old man. I think there's a couple clips that are just so bad, I have to go find them. Oh wait, I get it. Sweet Rin, my beautiful descendant, you invited me here to do what you're too kind to do. Bash this jerk's head in. No? Claude, Doris, fetch my counterboat. Rin, wrap your rope around this mongrel's hands and hold them still. We'll splatter their brains onto the beach together as a family. Grandpa, no, that's not why I invited you here at all. In fact, I didn't invite you. Claudette and Dwight did. Ah, haha, yes. Wink, wink, wink. This whole saying wink out loud thing is getting out of hand. Him and Trapper really do have a lot in common, don't they? I swear, Brenda has a good soul and the heart of a warrior. They fought for my love in their own way, faced down death more than once, and put up their fair share of nonsense. Nonsense which seems to be endless. Can we, I don't know, wrap this up already? Of course, of course. Who am I to expect anyone to wait around for my approval? I've only been hanging out as a ghost and watching my bloodline be polluted by cowards and quitters for 5 generations. Just come to give your ancestor-in-law a hug. Oh my goodness. Sword drawn, Oni beckons you closer. There's no way he has ever hugged anyone in his entire life. I think I'm good over here, actually. Rin, now, push them my way and I'll split them in half. The sacrifice, of this unsuper to the Yamaka bloodline will surely bring us back to life and set us back on the course of honor. You're so silly, Grandpa. We both know that only one sacrifice can get our family back on track. Revenge on my father, your great-great-great-grandson, traitor to the Yamaka name. The lust for violence in your voice, it fills me with cheer. I'll never forget who I am. I suppose. And if this is the person you want to be with, to go on your journey of bloody revenge with, I should trust your judgment. The strength inside you blooms for the same cherry tree that was planted centuries ago by our shared ancestors. And if Brenda ever treats me poorly, you have my word. On our family's honor, I will wield my katana to gut them like a fish. That's crazy. A tear rolls down from behind Oni's demonic mask. You sure you want to marry into this? And one last word of advice, my dear girl. The father stuff, don't forget it, but maybe stop focusing so specifically and obsessively on it. What he did, it was awful, but it was already done. Do something for yourself now. Just my 2 cents. Be well, Rin. I will see you again. Now let's go, servants. Clint, Denise, return me to my stables. I assume my dragon has been fed and tended to? Yes? Sure? I swear this is still better than dealing with Trapper's dad. Trapper's dad? That's crazy. I'm sorry if I was disrespectful of your great-great-great-grandfather. He seemed like a very special man. I realize I will never measure up to someone like that. A warrior with a hell of a fashion sense. I mean, that mask. Don't worry, I would never expect you to. Or want you to, really. If all I wanted was the biggest brute alive, I'd be down in Trapper's cave right now, avoiding his vintage bear traps. But that is not the life I imagined for myself. This sense of abstract duty, anger at a world changing around me, a lust for blood, that's no way to live. And yet, as you know now, that is the Yamaka way of life. Forever, I am cursed to battle the dragon that lives inside me. Or at least, maybe I was, until now. Call me the Dragon Tamer, baby. That's crazy. You haven't won this game yet. Please don't ruin it. Sorry, I have no idea where that came from. I think we spent enough time in this lantern room. We should get back to the beach. The moonlight sets the romantic mood as a storm cloud rolls in and surrounds the black lighthouse. You know, the sun might have set, but if we wait long enough, it will rise again. Oh, shit! Spirit removes her sheer robe, showing her strappy black bikini. Her skin glows under the light of the moon. Oh, hot damn. Maybe you could help me get a head start on applying tomorrow's sunscreen. You count your deaths, or are you built better? I did not count my deaths. No, I only died, a couple times. Maybe you could help me get a head start on applying tomorrow's sunscreen. I would never want any harm to come to your skin. How do I, navigate the, shards? Just be gentle and you'll be okay. Here, ew, start with my feet and move up from there. Steady, steady. Oh god. Ew, not the grippers. Yes. Oh, why are you screaming yes? I love how this is like a skill check though. It's so good. Oh, almost. Close. That's so goddamn hot. I love your hands sliding up and down. Ew, my feet. Ew, and in between my toes. Ew, it's not. No, I don't like it. It's a foot fetish joke. No, I don't like this. Get up here right now. Before you can find a towel to wipe off your lotion hands, Spirit grabs you and pulls you in close. No one liked it. Her lips lock onto yours. Oh my gosh, we're kissing. They're surprisingly soft and warm. The sensation is incredible. Clouds cover the moon and you find yourself on the beach with Spirit in complete darkness. You can feel the narrow straps of her bathing suit. Oh, hot damn! Come undone and come to life, snaking through the air, wrapping around your body, lifting you up off your feet. Come here, you. So this is what it feels like to fly. As spirit pulls you close, you feel bits of glass press into your flesh. Pain and pleasure mix and wash over you like the ocean, salty air stinging your skin as you wreathe against your undead lover. And if they did, I excuse myself to save the mutual ship. Moist lower digits. Ew, Algaron, don't say that. The lighthouse howls. In the darkness, you're pretty sure that spirit lets the dragon inside her take over. If it kills you, you're sure it will all have been worth it. The clouds part just as you manage to pull yourself, exhausted, away from spirit. Oh. Lovely. A chunk of broken glass is lodged in your shoulder. When you pluck it from your skin, it drips blood. Sorry, I think this got stuck to me when I was having the best night of my life. Spirit drags her fingertips over the sharp end of the glass shard. Keep it. Consider it a memento. I've got plenty more where that came from. You arrive at the beach to find Claudette and Dwight waiting for you. Now is the time, Brenda, to face your destiny. Actually, about that. Brenda, can we talk privately? Maybe, not here? Maybe someplace else would be better for this talk. You know how we feel about schedule, Spirit. Very strongly. And you know how I feel about you telling me what to do. Don't do it. Like I said, I'd rather have this talk with Brenda privately. It's not right to do it right here in front of everyone. You know, from my experience in upper management at my father's mine, I learned that if you're going to fire someone, it's best to do it in public so they don't freak out. Please, enough of the fire talk. Wait, you think? No, she couldn't be. They seem so in love. Wait, what's happening? Well, I mean, not really. Spirit is still spirit. But if I tried to imagine spirit in love, I suppose she hasn't attempted to murder Brenda yet. So? Okay, your guess is as good as mine, really. That girl is really hard to read. A word of advice, though. If you're going to end it quickly. In my experience, the more pathetic the creature, the more annoying the final howls are. I don't need any advice. Everyone out, except for Brenda. Did someone say final howls? That's my whole that's kind of my whole jam. I can stay, right? Especially you. Out. Lame. Alone with spirit, you feel something awful hanging in the air. More awful even than the lingering smell of that Cleaver body spray. Ugh. That gag. I'm gagging. We're all gagging for Cleaver body spray. Spirit. Rin. I don't know what you plan on saying, but before you say anything, just know that I really enjoyed my time with you. Getting to know you over the past few days really helped me get to know myself. For that, I just want to say thank you. That's sweet. You're welcome. And you know what? That's the kind of thing that shows me you've got a good heart inside you. Too good for me to carve out and toss into the ocean, but also too good for me to love? No! I need someone who shares my interests. Oh no! Someone I can connect with, someone jaded and dispassionate, only driven forward by a desire for revenge. I need someone who isn't so warm that I feel cold in comparison. I need someone who isn't you. Damn. Can we just be friends? No, I got friend zoned. Damn. I don't know if... Before you finish that, just know if we're not friends, we'll probably become enemies and I will destroy you. Friends it is. I'm glad to have you here for when I need you, but also not too close to me when I don't. So yeah, I'll see you around. Spirit starts to leave. Wait, what? That's it? That's how this ends? You're just leaving me here? I'm not sure I'd use the word ends. And for that matter, I wouldn't say that I'm leaving. But us, we're definitely through. The fact that you can't see that, well, it just proves that we never belonged together anyhow. Good night. Wow, what the hell? I just spent all this time on this island doing everything I can to get to know you, only to be told that I should leave the chocolate factory through the side door? That's crazy. That's a crazy analogy. I don't know what that means. Anyway, I said good night, Brenda. See you around. Jeez, I'm sorry. What a bummer. No, not a bummer. Hey, why did she keep saying she'll see me around? Gosh, I have no idea. Damn, you didn't find love, but you found friendship that will last forever. That's literally the achievement I just got. And so, my precious killers lived happily ever after, as they should, learning to love themselves first and foremost, while Liz trapped in a never-ending cycle of torture of my design. Wait, did I just spoil my... Oh, you're the entity? Oh, the ocean's the entity. That's crazy. I should have saw that coming. Did I just spoil my true identity? You made it this far. You should have probably known that. That you probably will have to you'll have to play again to find out more. Goodbye, Brenda. See you again later. And again, and again, and again. Forever. Damn. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I enjoyed that. I'm a little upset we didn't get to... Spirit didn't want to date us. But you know what? I'm overall happy with the way it ended. But I'm going to... I think we're going to wrap up stream there. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I very much enjoyed that. I will be playing that some more to get more of the achievements and 100% it. And so I can play the trapper, not the trapper, the trickster ending. But I will be back streaming on Tuesday, as per usual, but I'm also streaming early in the morning on Tuesday. I will be, hey, Bickle. Oh, the Bickle's still here. No, this Bickle's not supposed to be here. Sorry, not supposed to be here. That wasn't supposed to be here anymore. Sorry. That wasn't here. That we'll save that for our next Love and Deep Space stream. But I'll be streaming next on Tuesday at 9:45 a.m. Eastern, 6:45 a.m. Pacific. For the Nintendo Splatoon Raiders Direct that starts at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. It's probably only going to be about like a half hour or so of like content. But I'm excited. I'm gonna have creator badge drops. And we're gonna have... I'm gonna play some Splatoon, either 1 or 2 afterwards. To fill up some time. And if you want to follow me on my socials or join my Discord, I'll be posting my schedule for the week in a little bit in my Discord. Like I said, I'll be streaming twice on Tuesday in the morning and then at our regular time. I'll be playing Pokopia on Tuesday, and then on Thursday I'll be playing Pokemon Legends ZA, and then Friday, July 3rd, I'll be doing pizza making stream on a Pizza Friday with Tim. Lots of fun stuff coming up. But please do stick around. I'm gonna go find someone to raid. I think I know who I want to raid into. Here are our raid messages. The first one is for subscribers. Second one is for everyone else. Copy which one applies to you. I think we're gonna go raid into... Let's go right into Dr. Boo, because she's doing the, she's closing out the Dreamy Hollow, Pride raid train. So I'm gonna go raid over to Dr. Boo. She's a fellow Dreamy Hollow stream team member and, Bloomix bestie. She's also a fellow lead of the, Dreamy Hollow stream team. So I love Boo so much. We're gonna go right over to her. I think she's doing Palea cooking cake party. That's what that's called. Yes. So we're gonna go right over to Dr. Boo. Thank you again to Bitter Banka for the raid earlier. Thank you for the follows, the chats, the vibes. I'll be back twice on Tuesday in the morning and at the evening. Schedule will be posted in the Discord in a little bit. And yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, evening, morning, whatever it may be. And I will catch you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.